Give me 1 sec. Let me get this posted.
The legendary status of a hip-hop rhyme savior. Travel around the atlas in a spaceship, candy coated. My day shift been devoted to fucking up bundles of paper. Pi equals 314. The devil's pie is big enough to justify dough thing. Wait up. Lamping in Jamaica, the clouds turning, my thoughts turning, burning cash to oil. I've been determined to make and earn this seed in the soil is classified. I'm satisfied when I strategize my kids' future. I ain't sanctified enough to say that I won't shoot ya. I done vandalized the industry for a circuit, the earthiest / thirstiest nigga you know versus this scum of a land that transcend two surfaces. The richer the poor, the bigger the picture.
Hey, yo, what's good? What's good, Fuller? What's good, Z? What's good? What's good, George? Hey, you know what's funny? Z literally typed in the chat, I was playing like Dennis Rodman when he was hooping. And I don't know if Oscar's still here, but what's good to you as well. But he literally just typed that shit. And just speaking of that, I just copped a Dennis Rodman t-shirt like yesterday, bro. Hold on. Peep this t-shirt. Peep the t-shirt. Hold on. That bit tough. Cop the Dennis Rodman tee. I had to cop that bit yesterday. That shit low-key tough. And the quality on it is dumb good. I really had to grab it. The quality on it was dumb good. And by the way, if y'all don't got a membership, also let me turn this music down a little bit more. If y'all don't got no membership, I'm about to be posting some stuff that are literally going to be only posted in the membership section. So it's going to be stuff that I'm not even going to talk about on stream. I'm not going to talk about my clips, nor even on my stories. It's just going to be concepts I'm learning as I go about. And I even have some stuff I even recorded when I worked out today, because I'm not recording as many workouts and posting them on the fact that I'm trying to learn some new shit. So I don't want to tell y'all some shit that's not fully pieced together yet. Some of the stuff I'm going to show is going to be pieced together on there. So if y'all don't got that, make sure y'all get that. And by the way, we got Detroit Pistons versus Celtics, and we got JLew versus Moon. So if even if you don't play 5-on-5s, that one-on-one I'm gonna watch with Moon and JLew is gonna be something anybody could apply. Cause I know all y'all be playing ones against friends, against random people. Don't matter if you take the game that serious. So I'm gonna show things as to how you can be able to attack in a one-on-one. And things especially have to do with movement and how to like read little bits and details and things like that. Do you know is it possible for international players to go like Oak Hill, Mount Vernon, IMG schools like that? It's possible. You just got to get seen. You got to be good as shit. You just got to be seen. You got to be good. So like usually like those level of schools. And how old are you? If you're asking for yourself, or you're just asking in general. But you got to just really, honestly, it's at that age you just got to be talented. Right, you just got to be talented damn near to where you got the athleticism, or you just naturally have the skill that you built up through time, through the years of playing for a while. So like now you get noticed, and it's like, oh damn. But like the real side of it is that most players are going to be late bloomers, meaning there is going to be a talent differential in terms of what people naturally have, and then you're going to have to outwork, so then you can be able to outpace in time. That's usually how it's going to be. So. Great content channel. I appreciate that, Sam. If you got any questions about anything, breakdowns, personal questions, hooping, nutrition, diet, workouts, even, let me know. Love from Greece. Hey, we got people from all over, bro. Greece is crazy. Do you eat massive amount of fruit for energy? I eat about fruit in two of my meals. So my morning, my breakfast is a smoothie, so fruit. You know what I'm saying? And then I have like I have a mandarin or an apple in my lunch. So I don't have an absurd amount, but if I'm getting carbs, if you look at the number of carbs I'm intaking throughout the day, it may take about half. You know what I'm saying? Half the amount. And so the other carb intake I have are also clean, to where I'm using like wheat bread, or I may have say like oatmeal or some shit like that, because I didn't even realize, but like Quaker oats packs, I scanned it on Yuka, which is that app you can use to see what you get from a 0 to 100. They're like a 60 out of 100, which is a good score. And then the plain ones are about 90 out of 100. So I was like, oh shit, this motherfucker's clean, like way better than most of the shit that's already on here. So I started incorporating that and using that for my carb intake, because it's clean carbs. So that, whole wheat bread, fruits. I don't really, vegetables as well a little bit, but vegetables more so for the whatchamacallit, like the minerals and shits that be in it. So they don't really have too many carbs. I don't want to sidetrack you, sidetrack your edge day commentary, opinion, or channel content. Do you occasionally view college football? Also, what is your pick or player for the MIL? No, I don't really watch. I don't watch college football. I don't watch football. I be watching too much basketball, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I'll be watching too much basketball. I low key do. I would want to get into like watching more sports, but it literally just isn't the point in time because I just got too much shit going on. To where if I begin to focus on football, it's like I'm taking away from my ability to do good in how much I'm learning in basketball. Because that's a whole different sport. If I'm gonna learn a new sport, I'm gonna probably dive into it, not to the level I do basketball, but like understand like these different counterparts, and that's an energy in and of itself. So I'll almost be robbing like my whole community of basketball fans and players if I decide to go watch football damn near. But I low key do. I would want to keep up with it at least. In time. You said I'm 17, junior. I'm really good, talented, play for national team, etc. But I don't know how to get seen by that school. So I was, hey Philip, I told y'all this a couple streams ago. If you got any sort of film, get it together. Get your film together because I'm beginning to start getting connects. I even have a connect right now to where you're 17, you're about to be 18, and if you want to end up going to a D2 school, maybe even a D1 school, depending on how much shit you actually got and what's in store. I know people who literally work directly with schools to then give them players' names and say, oh, go check out this player. Oh, go check out this player. So, like, I'm essentially like, I'm a middleman damn near. So, if y'all got film, y'all got shit that you can put together, you about to graduate, put the shit together, you send it to me. I could even check it, then I'll send it to him, and he'll be like, oh, boom, then he gonna send it through straight to the school. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be kind of like that. So I know I'm starting to meet people, and I'm gonna meet more people in time. So this is where it's all starting, though. This is really one of my goals when it comes down to my platform. It's not even about just watching NBA games and showing y'all what's happening with that. I want to be able to get y'all in spots and get y'all in places, so then you could be able to take steps forward to accomplishing the goals and dreams that you set out for yourself. Can we have a look on Anthony Edwards? Anthony Edwards breakdown is definitely in the notes. It's definitely noted. So don't think I forgot about a play like Anthony Edwards. Watch him play like a Boston again, or watch him play like the Lakers. They already played the Lakers, like the Clippers, or like one of those marquee matchups, and I'll most definitely peep Ant as long as he do good. Except my Discord friend request. I be having too many requests on there. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not even sure which one it is. If you have the same name, I got you. But let me see. I don't even know which one is yours. But I was gonna say something else. Damn, I forgot. I was gonna say something else, but fuck it. Yeah, we got the moon breakdown. We about to get to that super soon. Oh, I have a Discord question. I have a question in the Discord. Let me answer the Discord question. Where is it at? All right, boom. Somebody asked a question a few days ago. I forgot to respond. We do, but college coaches, high school coaches don't look at that, bro. What you mean, like film? They don't look at your film? What you mean they don't look at it? Or look at that? Yo, what's good, P? What's good? Boom, I got a question in the Discord. Somebody asked me, said, boom, how can I become a really good shooter while not doing too much lateral movement because my hips are injured and I can only get an x-ray like mid-January. I'm not even that good of a shooter right now and not consistent from 3 and mid-range since I'm 5'7", need to be elite at shooting. I'm assuming that the first I have to master is the mid-range. Well, you don't have to first master the mid-range. You have to first master form shooting and shooting in the paint. Boom. So like you skipped a step even, right? And low key, it's really gonna work to your benefit if you just do not decide to go and try to work on mid-range shooting and shooting that requires lateral movement, because you have another layer that doesn't require lateral movement, which is form shooting. I can tell a lot of hoopers go to the court, right? Tell them go to the court and shoot 10 form shot swishes in a row. They can't do it. Just 10. That's 10. Just swishes. All net. You're right there, like 2-3 feet. All net. 10 in a row. Do it. People gonna be sitting there for a long ass time getting frustrated. So like you gotta learn and be able to build up from literally inside all the way inside, pause, and out. Right? You gotta go all the way in and out. Pause. Again. It's Jesus for the I'm sick of talking about form shooting Mike and drills at this point. I mean, it is what it is. I gotta constantly talk about the fundamentals. And we don't do no mic and drills over here. I don't know what you're talking about. We don't do no mic and drills around here. What? We don't do no mic and drills. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, I found it. I got you. Shut up, bro. I gotta keep talking about it, bro. I can't stop saying the shit that needs to get done. You know what I'm saying? You may have heard this for a long ass time, but no, you talking about Miking. Oh yeah, man, fuck the Mike and drills. He can't make a goddamn reverse up and under. Hey, I don't know why we call them damn Mike and drills. You probably could even do an up and under. Old ass motherfucker. You can't do a damn up and under and that shit. Come on, man. Like all he can do is this right here. 35% right here. 35%. All these right here. 35%. And you've been doing this all day? We call your finishing drills after you 35%? Come on, man. You can't do that, bro. Kyrie laying his ass all day. All day. Croatian heritage doesn't change the fact he's 40% on layups. You 40% from the field, gang, and all you did was take layups? Come on, man. And we getting shit done. Hold on. I responded about 9 into today's stream. And we're going to do the Pistons breakdown first. We're going to do Pistons breakdown, then we're going to do the JLew and Moon breakdown. We're going to do a JLew and Moon breakdown. And something I've come to understand and figure out, hey, Peep Z with all the... I can't see it. You can't see it on the screen, but hold on. I don't know why it doesn't pop up in the chat. It just shows that sucks. I don't know why they do that shit. But look, you got all the emotes in that motherfucker. You got all the motherfuckers in it. Yo, I haven't seen them shit since we've been on Twitch, bro. Also, I was going to say, what I've been understanding is that when I've been learning some shit for Vert and stuff, right? I'm not going to say everything I've been figuring out, but I've been improving my defensive movement and things that there's concepts that lie within defense that translate to vertical jumping, right? There's like certain positions and certain muscles that must be stretched that translate defensive movement to then vertical jumping. And so then I started to realize like, I could train and get better at defense and at the same time get better at jumping, because a certain part that I want to focus on for defense in my movement is also going to cater for my movement and my approach when I jump. So like I've been able to get better at jumping while also getting better at defense, right? The only thing that I'm missing in terms of improving all of that and really getting to its highest level is that read and react portion of my training, because I'm only trained by myself. So everything I try to make it almost instinctive, and I try to go into like, say I'm doing a lead into a certain move or a certain direction. Then I'll say, hold on, I can't see in the chat some parts of it. Okay, so boom, make sure I don't forget that. But there's certain parts of it as to which, whatchamacallit, it made me lose my train of thought. Overall, yeah, defense is going to translate to jumping. So I'm working on both at the same time. I only work out by myself, and I try to go into shit with a blank canvas. That's what I was about to say. I try to go into shit without thinking of what direction I want to go, like left, right, which way. So that's the only thing that I'm missing. So I'm a motherfucker. If I see a tall ass motherfucker who plays like Giannis or better, I believe I'm double teaming the running back to my defender. Oak Hill's such a dope school, man. I'm watching the videos for the last 2 hours, I swear. I mean, the thing also is that, Oak Hill, bro, what was I watching? It was talking about Oak Hill. Cam Thomas on JJ Reddit's podcast, they was talking about Oak Hill and how it's in the middle of nowhere, and all you just do is play basketball. That's all you like or you have school, of course, but like the campus is like in the middle of nowhere. Like the closest city is like several hours away. It's just the middle of nowhere. It's just basketball, go to school, go to class, and it's just like, yeah. But Z say gonna slide. I'll catch you though, Z. Probably catch him on. I'm probably not streaming Monday because it's New Year's. It's my mom's birthday on Monday, so I probably can't stream Monday. So make sure you just stay on the lookout for videos that's about to get posted if you missed this stream in itself, or just go back and watch the stream. So yeah, whatchamacallit? Yeah, Oak Hill's like in the middle of buttfuck nowhere. As someone who barely hoops can legit sit and watch it for hours. Why can I not see that? Okay, boom. Yeah, it's in the middle of woods and mountains. They got food shipped to the campus because they have no store clothes, bro. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That's what I did when I was in school, but I wasn't that far nowhere. I'll order shit off Sam's and get it delivered to my school. I'll order shit off the Sam's app and they'll deliver me like my little protein drinks, my peanuts. I had a Publix around the corner, which was a good thing when that year I was in school. And then I went to the dining hall maybe once a day, even though I had to pay for the entire shit. Bullshit, but you ain't gonna speak on it. We gonna forget about it. Let me pull these clips up. I'm telling you, we gonna be efficient today. We about 16 minutes into the stream. We about to get started on the breakdown. We locked in. Hold on. Hey, by the way, I'm about to start having some crazy gems on the IG stories. Bro, the amount of work I've been doing on the low, just conceptualizing ideas and shit. Oh my gosh, so many gems. No, they have like packages of food shipped for the week, and they eat it, and next week again. I ain't gonna lie, it seems like you're focusing too much on some shit you don't need to be worried about. It can seem cool, though. The best thing you could do by researching what goes on at Oak Hill instead of using your time to invest into yourself is hopefully it inspires you to actually go and want to act and do something for self, right? Maybe like, you know what I'm saying? Instead of sitting back and just consuming and understanding what they're doing and filling your brain with a bunch of empty knowledge, use this to inspire you to be like, oh damn, I gotta work harder. I'll be able to be in a position like that in time. But if that's not where I'm supposed to be now, it is what it is. But I know I'm gonna be able to work to where in time it's gonna be an even better position. Which professional player would you compare yourself to most having a hard time recalling a particular player? It doesn't necessarily have to be about by looks. So in terms of like my play style, like how I play, how I hoop, is that what you're saying? Like who would I compare myself to? I love everything about it, even that struggle is crazy. I love the motivation story on IG be posting. Hey, it's not even motivation. It could function as motivation, but I want to be able to get y'all to change y'all mindset and how you perceive things and how you understand certain concepts. And so like anything that's literally on my mind, like y'all don't realize this. Y'all may be the only people that understand this, but the things that I post on my story are the things that's which I could resonate to most at that point in time, right? And that's how I'm able to really articulate and then go into a concept and like elaborate it based upon my own thought. It may be triggered by something, but that elaboration portion of it is by my own thought. And I don't like to take things as to which other people say, post it verbatim and be like, look what they said. I like to really put my own thoughts out. So like none of the stuff you see me post are quoted from anybody. It may stem from somewhere, but maybe about 10% of it. The rest of it is like me kind of stringing the pieces together. How many hours should you be playing ball a day? Depends on your workload and how much you've done thus far, right? Depends on your workload. Let me pull this up too. So it depends on like how much you're used to. So I could tell you when I was playing, I'll probably hoop, like in high school, I was probably hooping maybe 4 hours a day. Some days I may be 5-6 hours, maybe, right? But like that's because my body has built the calluses, right? It's built the ability to work for that long, to work out that long, so that I can be able to recover. Right, that workout, not just the workout and the stamina in itself, but the recovery portion of it. My body's gotten used to that, right? So now, if you say you could only do 1 to 2 hours max, and then now your body's really beginning to ache and you're sore, your joints are stiff and everything, like if that's your max, right? Don't try to push that and double that literally like the next week. You got to slowly progress, improve bit by bit by bit, right? To where it's like, okay, I may just have this hour and a half workout each day this week. All right, next week let me have a second workout one of these days, right? That's not even a full second workout, but may just be, for example, a 40-minute workout, right? Or a 30-minute workout, something light, right? And you just literally take baby steps to then begin to get yourself to the point where, oh, I could work out 2-3 times a day, no problem. You know what I'm saying? Maybe even 4 times a day. And I ain't gonna lie, I be thinking about that whole process of just getting better, working out multiple times a day. And I be excuse me, I'd be craving for that shit sometimes because I'd be thinking like, yo, it's literally active progress. Like you're actively getting better, and that's a concept I got to get better at myself. Which is even as I'm not playing basketball, because I understand that as you play basketball and you work out, each shot you could actively get better, right? You're engaged in every single bit of it. But like in your day-to-day life, you don't see all decisions that you make as that as well. You just see it as another decision, right? You don't put enough weight onto those decisions, so then you can be able to say, I'm making this choice, and this choice is progressing me. If I took that, as I'm beginning to take that same exact mindset in basketball, where it's like, I take one shot, I'm getting better with this one shot, and then to connect that to the next, to the next, to the next. And if I make this one decision and I make the right decision and connect that to the next, to the next, to the next, and understand that they all hold weight, I can't even tell you the type of limits. There ain't no damn limit. Let me put it like that. There is going to be no limit, right? Once I begin to translate that mindset over fully, entirely. Because sometimes I do be catching myself slipping. We need a Jokic drill. Jokic drill. Jokic drill is crazy. That's crazy. Does it help going before school or after school? I mean, I would say if you're doing 2 a days, go before and after, because school will be your rest period. That's what I did, because I only had like three classes in my senior year, and then even maybe like 3 or 4 in my junior year, because the way school systems work over here. So I would work out before, and then I'll have 2 workouts after school, right? That would be back to back. Or I'll be probably an on-court workout and then a lift, and then maybe even an on-court workout, practice, then a lift, right? So sometimes I would even work out 4 times a day, right? Just depends. Like during the season, I was doing. Sometimes I would push 4 a day, like where I would work out in the morning, boom, go to school, maybe even work out during school, but I wouldn't consider that a workout. It was just more so a shoot around. Boom, like had that little shoot around. Then after school, I may get some shots up, may come back to school for practice. Then I may go back to lift some weights. So like that would be like 4 workouts right there in a day. And it's not like I was at a private school. I was still on a budget. Like I'm barely middle class, you know what I'm saying? Borderline, right? To where it's not like, oh, I have a whole bunch of money, I could just go get some food, boom, boom, boom. No, I was literally packing food in my bag, like peanut butter and jelly, or turkey sandwiches, some peanuts and shit like that. To where like I was still eating in meals throughout the day. It's just that people don't have the discipline to do that type of shit. So I was just like, oh, I'm gonna just pack myself a turkey sandwich, pack myself some peanuts, maybe like a protein drink or some like crackers or some shit, and then like boom, like that's gonna be what I'm gonna work with, because that's all I got. You know what I'm saying? If I use all the resources I have to the best of my ability, that's all I could be able to ask for. As long as I use all the tools I have to the best I possibly could use them. What about AAU ball? I hear the politics are heavily involved in that, like connections. Connections in AAU are important, but AAU has been watered down because it's been capitalism and like money, and it's really become a money grabs to an extent. But also like to be able to get on those certain circuit teams, you need to know people to then be able to get you on that team. So sometimes it may not even be because of straight talent. It may just because people you know. So when it comes down to that, it gets a little tricky. But at the end of the day, it's really just about finding the best place for you and yourself in your own game. As with everything, sadly, yeah, bro, it's sad. Even basketball training, like I be seeing some trainers in the gym sometimes. It's like, dog, what the fuck is he doing? Like, what the hell is he doing? Like I seen a trainer in the gym like a couple times. Like during this week, and I was like, oh, it's finally refreshing seeing the coach take a player through some basic shit and not doing anything super complicated. Could it have been even more basic, and that's how would I have done it that way? I probably would, but it was basic to an extent to where you're still kind of building fundamentals, and you're not just trying to throw a player straight into the fire while doing individual training. Like that's bullshit, you know. It's almost impossible to get onto EYBL, stuff like that. It's not almost impossible. It comes down to like you having like that talent. You have like a gift, like you're naturally athletic. You have the height, you have the speed, maybe even bounce, you have the skill. Like you have just the feel for the game. The game comes a little more natural to you because you're still growing up, right? And so like it's gonna be harder for someone at a young age to understand, oh, I just gotta outwork him because I don't have that athleticism, that natural gift from God, right? So like it's gonna be hard for players at a young age to realize that and to be able to overcome that gap at that time. which is why most players must play the long game. The long game is really the only game about 99% of hoopers should play, because that other 1% be the ones who have the natural bounce, the natural skill, the natural feel, right? They've literally been probably groomed into basketball like their whole life. So like you getting into it probably like around 12, 11 on your own fruition, right? Off your own motivation is going to be completely different than someone who's just been doing it forever, right? So now you got to understand, oh, you just kind of take this like it's regular. Like you just do this. You don't go no extra mile, right? But me, every day I'm gonna go the extra mile. And by going the extra mile every day, I'm gonna get closer and closer and closer and closer to the point you are, and then surpass you. Because I've already had my realization, and my work ethic is only gonna continue to get better and sharper, more efficient, while you're still behind, and I've already caught up. So you gotta make sure you play the long game. Okay, so that mentality of, oh, what the fuck is he doing is really a thing. So you mean like that realization of like, oh, what the fuck is going on? What a date? That's bullshit. That be happening to me at least. I be seeing this shit going on. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like come on, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't help but look sometimes. Like I can't help but look, even if I'm working out on my own. Like I be just like, when you get my rebound, I'm glancing over. Sometimes it's like, bro, what the fuck is that? Like, come on, man. Like, you know, I wish more people really. It's hard to say even in this generation, because a lot of this shit's come down to money. So it's like, fuck, man. When are you gonna talk about shooting? Because I can't watch the stream right now, but I want to come back to it after it's done. What you mean talk about shooting? Like, is there a specific question you got about shooting that you want me to answer? Because I can't just talk about shooting in general. If I talked about shooting in general, I'll be out here reading. It'd be like I'm reading a basketball encyclopedia with all the type of shit I could think about when it come down to shooting. Like I'll be sitting here talking for hours. This shit would literally turn into a goddamn 2-hour long stream just talking about shooting. If I could talk about all the aspects as to shooting I do know, literally list all the key points and then just talk about it. And speaking of connections, how do you think we could build them, and how to use them? I'll say how to build them directly yourself is utilize a resource like me. Like I told y'all, if you got film, try to send it through so I could be able to boom plug y'all in with another person, right? And then if it's on your own, like it's just in your own environment, talk to as many people as you can, because you never know the type of people somebody you don't know knows. Never mind then. What part of shooting? Like what specific part of shooting? Because it seems like you got a problem with shooting. So I just kind of ask a question, and if I could get right to it, even now before you got to leave. So or just come back to about 30 minutes into the stream. So like I said, in your own environments, talk to as many people as you can, because you don't know the type of people you don't know do know. You know what I'm saying? So like you got to introduce yourself, just have some sort of casual conversation in the mix of whatever you're doing, like, and then like just meet people. You know what I'm saying? That's something I also got to get better at. So even as I say it, just make sure like just try to get one a day. Like if you're in a basketball tournament, you're in a basketball setting, an environment, talk to somebody. Don't always be that person sitting there by yourself. Because it'll come to the point where you biting your tongue is going to hurt you more than it's going to help you. You got like AAU in high school connections that can help us if we're really good, but I'm talking like really, really good. I mean, yeah, like I said, the connect I have now talks to schools that are D2, D3, NAIA, JUCO, and Prep, right? So that's all levels except for D1. So like even that Division 1 level as well, like I'm trying to also get those connections as well. And I would also say to use things like Twitter, because there'd be a lot of recruitment pages on Twitter. And the easiest way is to which you could do it, which a lot of y'all won't do, is if you really want to get it out the mud, right? Let me put it like that. If you really want to get it out the mud and literally just take your chances, right? What you would do is just get your film, have a copy and paste paragraph or whatever, telling the coach who you are, your grade, your GPA, all these things, where you're from, like list all the little details they'll need to know. Find the assistant coach email on the school page, and then send it to them motherfuckers all the time. Just spam them. Like they're bound to at least see it, right? And when it comes down to offers, you don't need 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You need one. That's where a lot of players get it fucked up. When it comes to recruitment, you don't need 5, 10, 15, 20, 50 offers so you can be able to go to Instagram and put on your highlights and make these different posts to show all the schools that have interest in you. That shit don't matter, because at the end of the day, you're only signing with one school. You're only signing with one school. So you don't need all them offers. You just need one school that's the right fit for you. So it's about you finding that school, you putting yourself in the right positions, taking care of your grades, making sure you're working hard still in basketball continuously, right? Doing all these little things, making sure that you're a good person, good character, right? So then now once you do get to that school, that energy that you put out, that is just embodied, right, into all the things that's what you're now presenting, through, whether it's through your GPA, through your game, through your personality, your character, right? The coach, the school is gonna see that shit. So when it comes down to that, don't think, oh, I need to make sure I have all these options, right? It's just about finding the right one. And I can guarantee you, if you operate in the right ways, right, with the right motives, the right intentions, you're gonna end up finding the one. It's just about your ability to trust the path as to which God may have for you. So make sure that you just do that groundwork. So when it comes down to that, a lot of people get it twisted, they get it messed up. We don't have tournament camps, etc. What about high school, AU and high school? You got anything good you can help us with? I mean, essentially, I'm in the works. I'm still trying to see like what I could do in terms of the people that I've known, because I could even reach back to some of, as a matter of fact, I can. As a matter of fact, I can. Hold on. Give me 1 second. So, hold on. Yeah. So, I have people I even followed on Twitter, through Twitter, that were my connections and have people that knew them. So, I may just go back to a couple of those people and be like, oh, boom, I do this now. I have some players. If I can send them through. So, I'm going to try to get that shit done this weekend even, because they know high schools as well. So, yeah, boom. So, I'm going to make that another connection I know, because I remember this one dude who always used to come to my tournaments and shit, that I met him through him just watching me. I was like, oh, be on the lookout for this, be on the lookout for that. And then there's another person who's in control of like the tournaments that go around in the city, right? That going on in the city over here. So when it comes down to that, he has even more connections, where he's a person that colleges directly reach out to and say, oh, we're looking at this player, we're looking at that player. So I'm going to see if I could end up crossing paths with him, or if I could reach out to him. I'm going to try to do so for sure, because he knows like every fucking shit in like this region, and this region of the country, damn near, like the southeast area, maybe even beyond that as well. And I even remember when I was in high school, he had literally he didn't tell me, but he told my trainers, the people I train with, he was like, oh, ask him if he's going to be at this camp, because there's some schools that were looking at him. And I was like, oh shit, I didn't even know. How the fuck did I know that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I had no clue. And then they told me, and I was like, oh, boom, I will find a way to get you in. Boom, I ended up getting in. And then, like, a couple schools reached out, like, nothing crazy, especially because my year was a COVID year. So it'll be like a D3s and stuff like that, D2s maybe, NAIAs, that area. So the full extent to my recruitment would never even reach this full potential because COVID. So I don't ever know how many more I could have gotten, but I know I had options if I wanted to continue playing, and I did get the one option I needed. So, boom, I gotta get good at shooting while my hip. I just responded. Hey, I responded to that about 9 minutes in. Into the stream. I seen your question in Discord. So you know what the thing. Everything is different here. Like, we have 15 subjects, like GPA 0 to 5. So how do we know what grades are good enough so we could transfer to high school or college? I mean, I'm not sure of that even myself. That's why you could even do research. Like, the way you even just type that out. All right, how could I be able to translate? Literally, you could probably, that's Googleable, right? That question, the answer to that question you just asked is Googleable. So you could literally probably find how does this translate going between overseas and European, whatever schools, to US and stuff like that. So when it comes down to that, or even seeing what type of stuff is necessary for you to be able to transfer from or go from playing overseas to getting into college in the US. Like, you need to look into that process. What about the non-American kids? We can't be scouted the same way. I told y'all this as well. The connect I have, I even asked him. I said, doesn't matter if they're from overseas. I said and then he said, doesn't matter. Like if you can hoop, they're gonna find a way to be able to get you, right? It's just about, do you have the film and do you have like the other little stuff that's necessary. So I could even ask him, like, when it comes down to foreign players, overseas players, like what type of things do they need, like, because it's a little different. So I may even ask him, like, send him a text and be like, what exact stuff do they need outside of just film, right? Because the academics are different, the structure is different. So yeah. And also in y'all areas, it's also about building connections, because there's also somebody else who used to be coming in to stream, who was from like Brazil or some shit, right? And he found a connect that connected him to schools in the U.S. and like I think he even played like a year here, or is going to, or some shit like that. And he went back playing pro and stuff like that right now. So probably why he don't be pulling up like that anymore, because he's playing. But building those connections yourself is also important. Like, y'all got to get ready for y'all to do the dirty work, to get your hands dirty, get your nails dirty when it comes down to actually doing the work to get to places you want to go. Because the results that y'all want is not microwavable, to where you could just send me one thing, I just send it over, boom, you got it, right? It may work like that for one person, but that's because all the other work they've accumulated in life has now led them to that moment to where it's now all coming together, right? But if you haven't put in that level of work to where you're like, I'm just going to focus on me, I'm locked in, like day in, day out, locked in, right? And you're giving it all you got, that accumulation of work. And once you get that one opportunity, it's not going to be luck. It's all that work that you've done, all the energy you put into your craft is now brought you to the point where you're ready for the blessing you're going to get. I heard they don't care about our GPA. They're watching our SAT. And what's the other test y'all have? I forgot. SAT and ACT. It's like the same thing, but yes, it's not literally the same thing, but they're both used in their own. They're both used in the same way. They're different tests, but used in the same way. That's what it is. So like I think the ACT has like science and shit like that, but overall, the SAT. If y'all got the SAT as well, it's probably just what they look at. Because the GPA and shit don't translate over. What you need to get admitted into college is the SAT, really. And then I don't know how the GPA shit works. Actually, I don't know how that works, because you do need a GPA, but I'm not sure exactly what it is. But I will talk to you. We can try to find some circuit team and some good high school for me, because I'm telling you, I have crazy film, and not a normal one. Hey, if you got the film, if you got the skill, I'll put you on. I'm trying to put as many players on as I could. Because that's really what I do this for. You know what I'm saying? So, we about to get started on this breakdown. Cool, we get started on this breakdown right quick. And also, hold on. I'm getting my merch done as we speak. Hold on. Made the adjustments. By the end of tomorrow. Okay. I'm getting my merch done. So this shit about to go dummy. Hold on. This shit about to go dummy. I'm getting this merch done. All right, boom. Okay. We'll talk on Discord. So that'll be in sometime. I appreciate it. It's like 12 a.m. over here. Okay, but yeah. Also, you could even just, if you just type it in the server as well, because if you have a question that a lot of people could be able to also probably have in mind and could learn from, boom, right there. Like that, you could also help them by asking that question, or else just talk about that same thing. So just probably put it in like the college section, right, of the Discord or some shit. So hold on, let me get this posted right quick. Let me get this posted on Instagram right quick. Let me find. All right, boom. All right, hold on. Let me get this. I ain't gonna lie. Also, the merch is probably gonna drop about around end of January, probably early February, probably around there. Just got some hoodies. Ah, damn. Hold on. Boom. Hold on, I'm about to be done. Hold on. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. Hold on. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. 10 seconds. And we uploaded. All right, y'all ready? Y'all ready for the gems? Hey, the Detroit Pistons, they lost what, 28 straight? 28 straight is depressing. 28 straight losses is depressing. That is sad. Hold on though. Let me put that over there. Giving myself a little bit more water. But honestly though, right? Before we even get started on this breakdown, like I said, we're gonna watch the Moon and JLew game after this. But when you see a team on a 28 game losing streak, it's not like we lose 28 games by accident. There's some shit that's wrong, right? Some shit that's also going to be consistent and persistent in every game that they play. And so when it comes down to the Detroit Pistons and what I saw in this game against Boston, it's something that's probably evident in every game, right? And it's going to start here with this first clip. Let me see. Let me turn this on right quick. Get that going. Hold on. Quick little binaural beat in the background. Boom. All right, here we go. Right. It's gonna start right here, right? Let me slow this down as well. Boom. The first thing I noticed when it comes down to their defense, right? Not offense, it's defense, which is their communication. A lot of times they got caught lacking in situations like this, right? A ton of miscommunications, and that's just a simple back screen, right? This is just a simple back screen. Derek White, Jason Tatum, Cade Cunningham on Tatum, right? These back screens, either you got to tag or you got to switch, right? Jaden Ivey does nothing. He just tells them to get through it, and that's literally a recipe for disaster. You're literally setting yourself up for failure by not doing a switch or a tag. And now Tatum gets there, boom, easy two to start the game out. They'll have a doubless December. Wait, they would already have a doubless December. There's no way you lose. Yeah, wait, okay, a full month they're all losing. I was like about to say, I was like, wait, huh? I was like, because I was thinking, oh, probably goes back to November. They probably had a win like early November, some shit. I was like, 27 games. That's every other day, damn near. I was like, shit, yeah, that's tough, right? But also, offensively though, right? Another thing that makes their game extremely difficult. Also a bit about JT who? JT Thorpe? Oh, Jason Tatum. I was like, wait. I was like, who the fuck is JT? I was like, JT Thor? I was like, fuck, when the fuck y'all want to watch JT Thor? He ain't doing shit. He played like 10 minutes over there in Charlotte. They won the last time oh, damn. So they had a doubless November and they about to have a doubless December. Damn, that's tough. That's tough. That's sad. Bro, I don't think you understand. Like, the Detroit Pistons locker room is quite literally a dark cloud, bro. Like, they got no ceiling, no roof. It's a dark cloud. That shit is sad, bro. They just, bro, before every game, after every game, they listen to Raw Wave. That shit is sad, bro. That shit, so many dark days, bro. That shit. When do y'all think that, hold on, we gonna peep after this, I don't want to go on a tangent again, but after this game, I'm gonna look through their schedule and I'm be like, that's when they win. We gonna peep. Can also ask about rankings in US. I heard it's a political and connections thing. It's probably everything over here is damn near political in its own sense, in its own ways. So it really don't matter. Like the thing is, like you think rankings is super important, but when it really boils down to it, like if you got game, if you could hoop, if you got the mindset, like fuck the rankings, bro. Like I don't, you don't operate based upon man-made things and man-made opinions, right? If you're a hooper, like this is where I go beyond just the regular basketball shit. Like you got to operate not even just in like basketball, because basketball is just a fraction of life. Sports is just a fraction of life. More people need to take that spirituality more into playing sports and how they progress. Because I could guarantee you done heard all these stories about players who done came from nothing. They weren't the 5 stars. And that's why you see those players who are at the top, like maybe one of them really make it in time, right? They could be so talented now and you think that's what everything you need, but it's really not. It's those people who are at the bottom just working and grinding, right? Really sharpening their craft, having a love for the game, right? Having that true connection with it. And then are the ones who are able to hit that next level. Because there's going to be a point in time that talent runs out. And the talent is what got a person that 5-star ranking, that 4-star ranking, right? And also even at times some of that exposure at that, right? But it's really those people who really just decide to just grind and get through it and like block out all that other noise and just lock in on their craft and hone in, that are the ones to make it, not just to a high level, but make it to their own highest level, right? And operate at their highest level on the daily. So that's the thing. I've never been a person to care for it. Like maybe my freshman year, sophomore year, I paid attention. Like maybe my freshman year in basketball, because I was like, oh, this is a whole new like side of basketball, right? So I kind of stayed in tune, but I realized me keeping it up and worrying about it just does not matter. All right, it just does not matter. Like I seen like there was like a Florida ranking when I was going into my senior year, and there is a person on my team who I averaged more than, and I played better than every game, ranked higher than me. And I was like, all right, that's when I was like, yeah, I just got to drop it. I was like, I just got to drop it, bro. You got him higher than me. He played on my team. I played better than him. And you don't even see what happened in practice. Like, you don't see what was going on in practice. Like, I was frying him in practice. Like, I was like, that's where it's like, yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, the lens and the perspective of the people who make the rankings, it just doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? It's just about finding that one. Let me turn this down a tad bit, too. Boom, right there. All right, boom. All right, we just seen that defensive play. But here we go. Now, offensively, right? This is another part that causes Detroit to struggle entirely, which is, buddy, right here. Got to keep it a bean. Got to keep it a bean, keep it a bean, keep it a bean, right? The lack of shooting, right? The lack of shooting just makes it difficult, right? So when you look at Detroit, you know Cade's their best player. And Cade's the best when he has the ball in his hands, right? Pause. Right, so now when he's getting to these pick and rolls, which has been extremely tough, not just for Boston to guard this night, but all teams, he's going to need space when he gets downhill. But when having an Ivy or an Asor who can't shoot, their player that's playing help defense literally X rotates this straight to the ball from the elbow, leaving him wide open, right? Holiday lay on this rotation over, so now it's like he now just has another defender who shouldn't be there, right? And it should be playing help in like further over and committed to something. But since he can't shoot, they could literally just X rotated that and just helped all the way over. And now it just takes away gaps that you have. Right? Because just to kind of even think about this play right quick too. Let's go back. Right? Because say if Tatum is not here, right? He's literally snaking this. Porzingis, boom, 2-on-1. Who Drew Holiday's running, trailing behind. Right? But instead, it's like, oh shit, Tatum's over, Holiday's here. Now I'm not even thinking about throwing this pass because he's not really a good shooter. So it's kind of just making his looks and his ability to do what he does best even more difficult. But I do gotta show some respect to this though, right? Cade in this pick and roll is cooking, right? Cade in this pick and roll is cooking. I ain't gonna lie, right? Drew Holiday even on him. You got Porzingis in this drop. Cade does a fantastic job of like getting into this mid range, right? Boom, snatch back right there on Drew Holiday, right? Set up that screen, boom, shot. Like he does a great job of keeping himself paced. right? Now, once again, Derek White. Now it's more work to it. Boom, Derek White goes under. So what do we do now? Rescreen to make him chase over, right? And now the screen occurs even deeper in. So now he really has to chase over, right? Because if he went under again, hide behind that screen for a 3, right? Now he rolls, patient. Horford there on the help. He's not really X-rotating this. You got Knox kind of shaking up. He's not doing that same thing Tatum did, right? So boom, he's trying to bait, doesn't fall for it. Sees Porzingis committed to that role, right? Peep. It really boils down to Porzingis. Doesn't care about Horford, keeps his angle sharp. Porzingis continues to drop as Duran makes that roll, and now he just gets here, pump fakes Derek White. Derek White's been getting like 2 blocks a game, so he jumping and contesting. Then he uses that left, boom, float. Like, I feel Cade, right? If Cade and the Pistons want to get over this winning streak, or get over this losing streak and just win the game, they're going to have to really run about 40, 45 minutes of Cade Cunningham pick and rolls. Literally, bro. What do I think of Dylan Harper? Got to do a breakdown on him. I've done a breakdown on him before. I've done one before, but I don't think it's up. I think it was on Twitch. So I could, if they have more vids, like, because I don't got full game film on them. At least I haven't really looked for it, and they usually don't. But I'll try to find it if I can. I'll try to, and I'll if there are any games, let me know. Like, if there are any high school players like that who got games going on, let me know. And now, hold on, I want y'all to listen to this too. Speed this up. Look. Listen. This is Ivy. That's how you know shit is bad, bro. You got people saying, hell no on a mid-range pull-up. That's making it tough for them, man. It's making it tough. Because Cade really trying to play make. You got him coming trying to shoot these shots. Nobody really respecting him at all. Like, that shit tough, bro. Slow that down. Mute that. Hell no. That's rough. Now right here, right? I want y'all to peep this. Once again, defensively. Look. Peep this. Peep. Right? KP on the catch. Ivy on the post-up. Mismatch, obviously. We got to send a double. Right? Send a double. All right? Sends a skip. Bad passes thrown. So now it's easier for y'all to get back into rotation. So, right? Ivy's the one that has to rotate. But communication, once again. Right? They both go and step out to Jrue Holiday instead of somebody grabbing Al Horford. This is simply you allowing yourself to be aware of what's going on and take who's there, or telling your teammate to take one thing and you just take the other, right? Being demanding in those situations. Just communicating so you don't leave teams open in situations like this. Even though they didn't get burned, that's a really good opportunity, and that's a lapse that continuously occurs, right? It's a concept, right? That's a lapse that continuously occurs. They're on the NBA channel? Y'all gotta let me know. Let me get this clip done right quick. Hold on. But look, this too. Look, offensively, really what's making it difficult, right? Ivy swing to Cade, boom to Bogdanovich to Cade, right? Rotations occurring, fly by Horford, fly by Holiday, and Cade shoots this, which should be another one more in a wide open 3. But it's Ivy, right? So instead of you having a wide open 3 over here, your teammate doesn't even trust you to take that 3, and they shoot it themselves as contested and rushed in transition, and now you get a miss, right? They need more shooting, right? Or they just need Ivy or somebody step up, or if not, they may just have to get moved, may have to get exchanged, and that is what it is. A view on why USA lost in the 23 FIFA Cup, I think, is what ended up for. Hold on, I said you said call. Okay, I did make some videos on the World Cup though. I don't know if you peeped, but I made a few videos. I made one on Germany versus Team USA. Made one on Canada versus Team USA. Made one on, I think I made 2 videos on Luka and Slovenia and them. So just scroll back and you can peep them. Scroll back and peep. But all right, though, let's lock in. Also, miscommunication once again. Back screen occurring on this weak side, right? He just points it out, right? But once again, how are you actually alerting the player? Like, is there communication occurring, right? Is there communication occurring? So, in this situation right here, Wiseman, right? Are you communicating loud enough, early enough, so that Asor knows a screen is occurring and what he needs to do on this, right? Is he doing what he needs to, right? Boom, Asor is late. Now, boom, y'all both drop back. And even after this, who is going to get where, right? They both can go and step back up like they both got it big. You know what I'm saying? Now that late communication, that miscommunication leads to Tatum getting a good look from three. They don't get burned, but regardless, they got a good look off of that miscommunication, right? And that's really what makes a defense a bad defense. Because the second you have all these 5 players, all these 5 pieces, think of it as like 5 links on a chain, right? If you now take 2 of those that are in the middle, right? What's going to happen to the entire thing? It's going to break, right? It's going to literally break in half. You're not, no longer is going to be a chain. It's going to be weak. Now you don't got no defense at that point, really. So you got to make sure everything is just sharp, because these miscommunications literally just give offenses wide open opportunities. And now once again, look, Asar on this one, right? Boom, flare screen occurs. Where's the communication? How early is the communication? How aware is Asor himself, right? Because even though, right, it could be miscommunication, I don't know. But if I'm thinking in the shoes of Thompson, right? If I'm thinking in his shoes, you're playing off the ball defense now, and so since somebody's moving, you got to understand what's going on in your area along with the ball, and not get so fixated on the ball, right? Because he switches, turns, he sees the ball going on, but he doesn't really see the flare, and so he's out of position, late on the switch. Now he has to chase over. Like, these little plays right here will literally shift an entire game, because you lose by 6, game goes into overtime. Not to say the rest of the game goes the same exact way, but you got to eliminate these plays, right? Where it's just simple mistakes and just miscommunications and lapses. And now right here, this is not nothing crazy, but this is a concept for all players, right? Tatum with his same signature step back right here, right? Peep. But Livers, right? Catch on the rebound. And I always tell y'all, when you get a rebound, you catch and look up, right? You don't catch and put the ball on the floor. Don't immediately put the ball on the floor, right? You catch, you look up and see what you got, but keep the ball protected, right? But look at Livers. Catch, looks at Pritchard, doesn't look up, then puts the ball on the floor. And was only still looking at Pritchard and putting the ball on the floor, you get stripped by Tatum. That's just it's a goofy turnover, really, because you're not following concept. You're not doing things as it should be done when you play in transition, right? Because it's really funny, because a lot of teams will begin to look at, say, like that Cavs team when Braun was there, or like the Golden State teams, and like teams throwing these crazy outlet passes. Like, I think even the Spurs were doing it, right? And be like, yo, it's crazy. How do they do that? They just simply don't do this, where they catch, turn, and put the ball on the floor. They catch, turn, throw the ball down if they got somebody, right? Make sure the ball is always protected. And so now at this point in time, that's a simple way as to which you could be able to get cleaner looks, getting these rebounds, getting out in transition, and not giving that ball up. Kevin Love would never. Indeed, Kevin Love, because, you know, he firing that motherfucker straight like that every time. Now this was just shitty defense. Oh my gosh. Understand this too, right? You got Wiseman coming up on the screen. This is going to be a drop coverage. Wiseman is not guarding this up, right? And so now you got Livers on the ball. And in this drop coverage, understand what you got to do as a ball handler. You got to funnel that player with the ball down into the drop coverage, right? And now Wiseman, right? He's dropped all the way back here. He's feet inside the three-point line. And Tatum had to even really close up this gap. He's still at the screen. He's dropping back. And now Livers, dead on the screen. Tatum, easy walking, right? That's way too easy of a look to give a player like Jason Tatum. I don't care what it is. Get the ball into somebody else's hands. Because look who they have on the floor, right? You got Tatum. You got 88. You got Buddy right here. I think this is O'Shea, Brissett or something. Pritchard. They got Hauser, right? I would rather have any one of those dudes shoot a shot than have Jason Tatum take this shot like this right here. Fuck it. Double him off the screen if you need to. If you can't play this job properly. Fuck it. Right? Plays like this is just like, come on, man. You got it. Like, this is just bad defense. And this shit is sad too. Look, free throw. Notice Peyton Pritchard, right? Tell me, the one thing Detroit don't do is box out, motherfucker. Cause I'll tell you, I got some clips. Dog. Oh my gosh, this shit is sad. It really hurts because you're just giving them more shots while you should be going on the other end and taking a shot, right? And this is really what's killing Detroit, bro. This is really what's been killing Detroit, especially in this game. Because you look back overtime, the game was tied, right? But if we make sure we secure all these defensive stops with some rebounds, who says that game goes into overtime? We could win, possibly, right? But now look at Bogdanovich. Payne Pritchard just slips right around that, boom. And now instead of say they make one, they ended up missing, but they got the rebound, and now they ended up getting 3. Right? Or they end up getting the rebounds themselves, Detroit, and going back on the other end to get it a 2. That's a 5, maybe even 6 point swing. Or 4, maybe even 5 point swing. Right? Yeah, 5. Yeah, 5. 5 or 6 point swing. Yeah, I'm tripping. Are you late? What do you miss? You ain't missed none too much. We about 2 minutes into the clips. We gonna watch Moon. We gonna watch Moon versus JLew after this. We watch Moon and JLew after this. But out during. Missing the easy ones. That's easy ones. Right? So now, in a big situation, right? You got to understand these actions are to be read and not to be done as a robot. Meaning you just go about the motions. Because if this is going to be a pin down or a cross screen, whatever, and into a handoff, which is what you want next, if nothing's there, that's the key. That's the key, though. If nothing's there. Right? So now you got to make sure you go into this action with the blank canvas and just make the read on what's available. Instead of thinking, oh, I'm just going to get into a handoff, and now you end up missing this back door, right? And so now, instead of getting the 2 right here, right, Killian Hayes, you got to go and run some offense. You got to go and try to find something else. And now, boom, right here, too. Pocket. Notice Asor, right? Asor, I don't know how to say it. I'm pretty sure it's Asor. I'm going to just say Asor. If I'm saying it wrong, fuck it. But, boom. Look, people sore, right, on this roll. He a little too horny, a little too quick on this, right? So, boom, he slips out this screen. He don't really set one, right? Now, Killian Hayes, he's throwing this. And the pocket is vital in this situation, right? On a Sora's part, after you make this slip, you got to make sure you pace yourself after this. And this gap that's between Pritchard and their big, right, who's guarding you, now you got to split that gap, and you think about that back end, right? That second half of it, right? You want to kind of stay in that area to where once that bounce pass is thrown, it's going to lead them to the spot, right? It's going to lead them. And I'm going to slow this down even more so y'all can understand like the speed and where he kind of needs to be. So if you're getting left, see this distance, split that gap, stay in this second half to where he throws this, you're walking into that pass. And then you can stride with it and get downhill. Instead of getting so far down that if you try to throw that, hand is right there. Hand is already active, right? So now, boom, and that ends up getting thrown as a skip. And now, though, Pete Bogdanovich, pump fake. Notice the pace. Notice the pace. Notice the pace. You see how many jerseys he's seen? Just remain patient. I'm not surprised, honestly. I'm not surprised they're not trading him. Because imagine if they traded him. Dog, they probably gonna lose about 42 straight, because he's the only person that could actually really shoot, and could even maybe score in 2 levels. You know what I'm saying? Like, they better like try to overcharge for that motherfucker. Because if you do, it's gonna be looking terrible. It's gonna be looking atrocious. Kind of like this jumper. This is another thing to make it tough. Oh my gosh, I don't know why they keep drafting so many players that can't shoot. Honestly, like.
With all due respect,
I'm not trying to like roast them or like diss them, but like it's the Pistons, it's the management. Like these are the players and these are who they are, right? And you look at kind of who they drafted, right? It's kind of funny, like when you really think about it, because they drafted Cade, Killian Hayes, they got traded for Duran, they got Asor, and then they got Ivy. What's the commonality between practically damn near all those players except for Cade? Can't shoot. Right? So now what do you think is going to happen when you put them all on the floor and they shoot? They can't do it. And so now when you have a player like Cade who's trying to play make, it's going to make it even more difficult because now he's seeing more help on all his goals, right? He doesn't have outlets to be able to throw the ball to when he's getting to these pick and rolls, these handoffs, and he's attacking mismatches, right? So it really is just a bad decision on the Pistons part, management part. You know what I'm saying? Scouting, drafting. So, like, that shit was bad. They need to do some work with that. Now, Killian Hayes. I remember earlier in the season, someone was saying, like, Killian Hayes is just frustrating to watch. I understood what he was talking about. This is the first time I really watched. But look, though. Peep Killian Hayes. Comes off the screen. He's about to make a great play right here. Look, right? Hollows hit Horford out to where once he catches, he doesn't really know where Hayes is, right? So he doesn't know how to properly protect the ball. Hayes, boom, circles around, gets that steal. But, right? You get that steal. But look, this is what high school players really do, right? Head down, you don't look up, you don't see gaps, and then before you know it, you're in a terrible situation. You don't know what the fuck to do, right? So what ends up happening, right? Great steal. You just even that motherfucker out. You literally just threw it out of bounds. It's just like, come on, like this is not mentally, like in terms of the approach and what you're actually doing as a player. This is not at that level at this point in time, damn. It's what it's seeming like. Also, I want y'all to peep this too. This possession is kind of crazy. Let me speed this up as well, right? Look, KP with Bogdanovich, mismatch, right? So look, I want you to see this, right? Pritchard on the shot. Count how many box outs you're about to see. Shot goes up. 0. Offensive rebound, right? Look, another shot about to go up. Boom. How many box outs? 0 once again, but that's literally 0 out of 10, right? Another rebound. They get another shot. How many box outs now? 0.5 out of 15 opportunities to box out, right? Just to keep somebody off the glass. But everybody decided to sit back and just watch the shot go up like a goddamn shooting star, right? Now you wonder why teams play in so much of a disadvantage at times, because players decide to just sit back and watch the ball, and other teams just come in and get the offensive rebounds. You're losing opportunities to simply score, right? It's literally as simple as everybody keeps their player off the glass, and boom, we now have a higher likelihood of getting the rebound. But now it's just nobody boxes out. Like I gave Asor 0.5. Like that was half a box out on that last one. Or they even, bro, I have no. Jared McCain did, Rob Dillingham, some shit. I have no fucking clue. Hey, by the way they draft, it seems like they about to get Elliot Kadu, because they like to get players who can't fucking shoot. I'm sorry, bro. It just seeming like it, bro. They about to get a whole lineup of motherfuckers who just can't shoot. They just all gonna be stabbed attacks, ripped through attacks every single time they catch. They gonna run a lineup of Elliot Kadu, Jaden Ivey, Asor Thompson, Cade Cunningham, and Duran. The motherfuckers gonna be straight bricks, motherfucker. They need Caitlin Clark. Dog, on bro, they need Caitlin Clark. My gosh. You said Mattis Bazelis or Ron Holland. What's that dude's name on Duke? Tyrese Proctor. Is he good? I think he in Duke. And he's supposed to be like top 3. Tyrese Proctor. Or could he not shoot too? Is he another dude who throwing up bricks? I only watched did I even watch one game? I think I watched like their practice, some shit. I haven't watched the full Duke game. But they seem like they're about to get somebody else who can't shoot. I already told y'all what I would do if I was them. I'm sorry, but I'm moving Bogdanovich, of course, and I'm moving Ivy. I'm sorry, right? At this point, it's like, who are you going to pick between the two, and who's going to complement Cade better? Because Cade needs the ball in his hands, and Cade's got to be ready to take another step up, have a higher usage. And I don't know if Cade's ready for that usage, though. I'm going to talk about it in a little bit. But in my opinion, if I'm Detroit, Cade's usage is going up through the fucking roof. Almost like it's Luka, damn near. Not literally in terms of all the ISO work and all that stuff, but the cool 27, 8, and 7. You know what I'm saying? Also, Bello. I ain't gonna lie, I've heard of those names. Is it Mattis, that one dude in Matas? Whatever, I don't know how the fuck you say his name. He that white dude, like 6'10" point guard type shit. And why the fuck would you put him next to Cade? It's a terrible pickup. Like, it's just, I don't even think they tanking. They just suck. That's the thing about it. They not even taking. They just ass, bro. They just ass. Now I got to give props where it's due. This is a good job by James Wiseman. I got to give credit where it's due. No cap, right? Peep James Wiseman, boom. Sets the step-up screen on Derek White. Think he gets that switch. But what most bigs would usually do is just have a lazy-ass roll to the rim. Instead, he turns and keeps White on his backside, right? He keeps him away from where the passing lane is. So he is in between the passing lane from him and Cade. And so now he's just sealing him off, shows a hand, gets it, goes straight up. I ain't gonna lie. Good play. But it's not like I'm saying he's a fantastic player. I ain't gonna lie. Not even top 10. There's a dude called Nicola Topic. Never even heard of him, but he's probably a savvy player. No, there ain't nobody to draft, bro. There's really nobody to draft. Is there any like prospects as to which is like, oh yo, that dude is nice, that dude's smooth? You know what I'm saying? Like, are there any like in time? Because I like the past couple of years, like you done heard like Paulo's name, you heard Chet, you heard Jabari Smith a little bit. Even though I wasn't a Jabari Smith guy, I already told you all that. I already knew that shit was not gonna go right. That shit was gonna go left, right? But like you heard Apollo, you heard of Chet, then you heard of Wemby, and you know what I'm saying? Like you heard of these guys, you heard of Scoop, and now it's like I haven't heard of shit. I don't know if it's just me being even more out of tune or these motherfuckers just not like that. Literally only Mattis. But he's a point guard. Why are you gonna put him next to Cade? At that point, I may as well trade the pick and get a fucking solid player. You know what I'm saying? Someone I could throw in with this lineup. Oh, Cooper Flag. He's not this draft class. He's the one after. I remember Cooper Flag. All right, so Cooper Flag, Dylan Harper that's the draft class after. I know that one, of course. I know that one. Cooper Flag, Dylan Harper, Ian Jackson. Ian Jackson's in that draft class. That whole little crew. Another Nicola. They're making these dudes in the factory, bro. No cap. They all made it in the factory. All Nicolas. Like Nikola Jovic, Nikola Jokic, and what's the other dude's name? You said, what's his name? Where is it at? Nikola Topic. Bro, all these icks. Nikola Ick. That's literally the blueprint. Like, just take a Nikola and then put ick at the end. It don't matter what the fuck other words you put in, letters you put in front, just put ick. What's up with Mikey Williams? GG's, my boy. GG's, my boy. GG's. That's what I be telling y'all. It's not about the high school starter, bro. It's about how you finish. Gang, come on now. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be hard for him to get back into to damn league. For him to even get into college, and I ain't gonna lie. I'm pretty sure. So like, it's just what's on his record now. It's just I don't think the NBA fuck with that. I don't think any NBA team gonna fuck with it. Fuck the talent. I don't think anybody gonna fuck with it. And we haven't even seen if he could even play at the college level and play in the system, not play high school basketball, because that's a whole different thing. Like, he has talent, but have you played that comp? Playing the motherfuckers, them 5'10" dudes who just playing high school basketball for the fuck sake of it. You know what I'm saying? Every other, like about 2 at every 3 games, trying to get it. They over there with 4.0 GPAs and shit. They don't give a fuck about basketball. They're just doing it for the hype of it. And you killing them, like, it's a completely different shit. Completely different thing. If I was a Pistons, I would sincerely consider drafting. You ain't shit for that. You gonna draft Bronny just to get Bron. You know what's gonna happen though. Everybody gonna give them motherfuckers the side eye. Ain't no motherfuckers gonna try that. They ain't gonna try it. Don't worry about it. Bronny's safe. They ain't gonna try it. They have 2 varsities, one regional NY and the other one national EYBL, Scholastic League. Do you know Lou HI, the high school team? Nah, I haven't. I don't know. I don't be in tune. I need to, bro. I ain't be in tune. He wouldn't even be a top draft pick even if that did happen. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Bronny's his stock dropped because the cardiac arrest shit, of course. Shit stopped. He'll go crazy in prison league. You ain't shit for that. You green as shit for that. You green like Celtic. He Celtic green. Prison league is ridiculous. But I ain't gonna lie, it's GG's though. Hey, y'all motherfuckers. Hey, y'all Rockets fans. You know what's gonna be funny? When Ja come back and he take y'all motherfucking playing spot. Look like what the fuck you talking about? You gonna take your playing spot? I try to tell y'all, bro. Once y'all lucky Ja did not play yesterday. Or yeah, he ain't play yesterday against Denver because he would have tore up Nikola Jokic. You know, lucky he ain't play. That's the only time they lose when he don't play. But once Ja on the floor, they don't lose, bro. Just know they about to get a dub. They should have got that dub. They making a play in, bro. I'm telling y'all. He was talking about Mikey. Nikola Jokic owns him. Z, ain't you say he was going to goddamn sleep? He just spent about 1 hour to go and change his YouTube name. so he can remember exactly who he is. People like, who the fuck you talking to when he's saying Z? That's how you know I'm talking to. Z right there. Right there. He was talking about Mikey. He'll be a top draft pick. I mean, the thing about Mikey, it's a whole different conversion, a different style of play, different game. So, like, we haven't even seen him in that. He was just playing regular high school motherfuckers, right? Do you have the mind? Do you have that mental capacity to deal with what's going to happen at that next level? Because the way you get pushed in college is not close to what it is in high school. Like, the type of shit, the practices, the conditioning, the workouts, the structure, your schedule. Like, that's a completely different thing. It's a different beast, right? Some players are just not meant for it, right? So, like, you'll have to see how well he would be able to operate and adapt in those environments. So, I don't know. It's hard to tell. And you're actually playing in a system. It's not like it's just freelance basketball like high school. Like, you got to learn how to get off a screen, how to get your angles, how to make reads, know your spots, all them little things. And you don't do that in high school. And at that, you have to learn that and play higher competition all at the same time, or better competition all at the same time. Against the Buns, bro. What? Didn't do shit against the Pacers. But peep this 2 year though, right? I want y'all to peep this. Peep this. Hold on, question I want to answer is how tall. He was dug at 13, only 6'3". Hold on, I need y'all to peep this though. We need to lock in. Right, so understand this. This is the best offense the Pistons had, right? When they're attacking a big, right? I'm sorry, I don't know his name. 88. Forgot his name. I'm sorry. But when they was attacking him, they're actually getting good looks. Cade getting to his mid-range, boom, pull up at that elbow, right? Causing miscommunication in these actions. And you also had Bogdanovich, boom, right here on the pop-out, which made it a little tough to guard. Pritchard was unsure, and now he's just too small to contest, right? Now we go down again. Right, he's guarding Knox. Knox is now setting the screen. We're gonna keep attacking. Right, we're now getting some sort of good offense. And understand, look at the score. Right, look at the score. Boom, that's a foul. You up 19. This is how they was able to get up 19 just by playing smart. Right, attacking this mismatch, putting the ball into Cade's hands most importantly. And all the players that you have that's not Cade, you got to make sure they learn how to play without the ball. Which is why I say it's tough to have a person like Ivy and Asor on the same squad. So, boom. Look, Bogdanovich telling Duran, leave. Knox, come up. Boom. This really should have been a switch up here between these two, right? But you're kind of just going through the motions. You ain't thinking too much of it. It's a regular season game against the Pistons, right? But look, now another screen occurs. Boom. Slip out by Knox. Great look, but guess who's there on the follow-up? Duran, right? Because he had Tatum on him and not the big on him, right? Attacking these mismatches. Simple offense. Got great results. Keep it repetitive, as to which they should do, but I guess they not really doing it. But how I see it, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I don't know why they try to fix something that wasn't broke. I would have spammed that shit the rest of the game. Fuck that. I would have spammed it the rest of the game. Cade, be ready to run a pick and roll every single time down the floor, like you, Luka. That's how I run the team, bro. Fuck it. We gotta win a game at least. Gotta win a game. Queta, that's his name. Queta. Okay. Queta, that's the name. Let me double check. Queta. Let me boom. Name is Queta. Okay, Queta. Okay, bet that. Cade. Ah, damn. Peep this though, right? Peep this. Peep. Look, Derek White in transition. Who's the player that's back? Cade Cunningham, right? But notice his efforts, though. Notice his efforts, right? I know Cade does a shit ton offensively for Detroit, but at least give a little more of an effort than this, right? You just standing in one spot. Our Horford gets here, pushes you out the way, and gets a dunk. And he tries to swipe down like he gave effort. Like, I'm sorry, but that was just terrible. That was just atrocious. Like, that was just bad, right? And if you're going to have plays like this, you better be putting up about 35, 12, and 12 on some Lucas shit, like I said, but you ain't putting up those numbers. And so if you want to be able to get over this hump of losing, you're going to have to put in efforts as to what you've never put in before. And that may even be on defense as well. So you just got to do what you got to do to be able to win a game at least. All right, now this matchup right here. I'm not gonna lie, this is one of my favorite plays. This is probably my favorite play of the game. Because you got Tatum on. Duran bumps him out the way. I just want to tell y'all basketball is one thing, right? Look, this is why size doesn't matter in basketball, right? Jason Tatum got Jalen Duran on him, right? 30-pound weight disadvantage, right? Height advantage, boom, maybe 2 inches, 1 to 2 inches for Duran. Wingspan also as well for Duran. Reach as well for Duran, right? But now Tatum being at this point right now and his defender being where he is, right? I want y'all to understand this, right? Basketball is a game of force and not strength, right? This is why size doesn't really matter that much. Look, because as soon as Tatum is able to get here and force Duran to break his base, he's now went from a bilateral base as a defender to now unilateral. To once he gets bumped and hit right here, he's off balance because those sprinting steps, that unilateral base, is going to knock him off balance, right? It's how much force you could take into a player that's not in proper positioning. That'll be able to get you this space and these angles, right? And now Tatum goes up, boom, and one, despite being undersized by about 30 pounds, 2 inches on height, and a few more inches in wingspan and reach. And now, oh man. Y'all want to see the shot? I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm sorry. Like I really want to see Jay and Ivy do really well, right? When he was drafted, I was like, oh, he could be like a 2 guard, like a job, but at the 2, right, with a few inches on the height. You know what I'm saying? Like he has that speed, but he doesn't have the control, right? He lacks the control of his speed, especially going downhill. And you know, Ja can't shoot as well, but the thing Ja does have is fantastic, right? Inside the arc of pace, to where once he's getting downhill, he's pacing. He has to make reads. He's literally like walking damn near. Like when you see Ivy go downhill, it's just like he's just all gas, no brake, right? And that just really makes it the entire game tough for him, right? So now, instead of being able to, if he uses pace when he gets inside this arc, being able to just relax, stay calm, use angles, seek contact to get yourself closer to the rim, allow the roll to occur. He's just going so fast. He's just thinking pull up, even though he knows he don't got a jumper and he can't shoot, right? So when you got your 2 guard shooting like this, it makes offense tough. Now Tatum with Duran once again, right? You got the mismatch, right? And now you got help right here by Livers. But this is why being able to see 2 at the same time is so important. Watch his head, right? Watch his head. He keep turning his head. Eventually, you don't get burned off of that because you got KP right there. You got to make sure you sharp. So what happens? Boom, over your head, knock, right? So just understand this, right? Look, just watch Livers. Look at Livers as a help defender, constantly turning his head, right? Constantly turning his head. And this is going to put him out of position and just make him one step late and give him worse of a contest. Because when this pass gets thrown by Tatum, right, look at his head. Once this pass gets thrown, he has yet to even react because his focus and his attention is just so shifting between 2 things. Now, even once that pass gets thrown, he's just thinking about just seeing Tatum, Porzingis, and not really accounting for the ball. If he split down the middle, saw 2, and was able to just sit there, and once the ball was getting thrown, is already out of there, then he would have been able to get a better hand up on this instead of being this far back. It is KP, and that was a high velocity pass, but you want to be able to do the best you can when trying to make these closeouts. So boom, KP over his head, knockdown. Nah, I ain't see that move. I ain't see it. I don't know about y'all, but I ain't see it. But look, Cade in the post, right? Got the switch from Drew Holiday. At this point, really what their best offense is, and this is how basic they should keep it. And if they kept it this basic, they might have won this game or other games prior to, right? They would not have lost 28 straight, right? As simple as we get the ball to Cade, he has a mismatch, he boom, bumps, hits a shooter, hits an open player in the corner, not necessarily shooter. Now he knocks that down. Simple offense will get you much better a result than you think. Motherfuckers don't care about travels no more. Niggas don't care about travels. Miscommunication. Another time, right? Now, I want y'all to kind of understand the matchups in this play. Understand the matchups, right? You got Livers on KP, Ivy on White. Is there much of a size differential between these two? Honestly, no, right? And this is already a mismatch with Livers. You may as well just say fuck it and switch it, right? So boom, screen happens, fuck it, switch it. But Ivy's dead on the screen. Livers is dropped back as if it's like he's during or something. And now Derek White is open, right? Another miscommunication and another low effort play by a ball screen defender. Let me turn this down too. Go back. Right here though with Cade. Remember what I said with Cade. Look, how I see this, how I see Detroit and how I see Cade Cunningham, right? Cade Cunningham with his size, his athleticism, should not be the person being sought out on mismatches. If he really does want to take his game to another level, he's going to have to do what Tatum does and what Brown does. Play both sides, right? Play both sides to where you're not getting attacked. You're not the one where players are saying, oh, get the ball, or make him the person guarding the ball, right? He needs to at least put some little more effort defensively. Just guard when necessary. Not do all the dirty work, right? Leave that for the rest of your teammates because Cade does have a higher usage. He is a point guard, really. So you can't have him guarded crazy, but to an extent to where it's like, oh, you're not just going to ISO me and score on me every single time. And now right here, this part, oh my gosh. Remember what I told y'all, right? Look, Tatum on the free throw. Where's the box outs at? Where's the box outs? In and out. You just giving up possessions. You just giving up possessions, bro. Just giving up possessions, dog. Like, cause look at this. This is not a box out. Hand on their stomach and then backing up is not a box out. Body to body box out. Cause at that point, how is he supposed to be able to get from behind you to the rim without jumping over you, right? Good box out will take care of all that needs to be done. But now, no box out occurs, you lose a possession. And they get another opportunity to score. This possession was absolutely atrocious. I want y'all to peep this. Look. I show this often, but look. I want y'all to peep this, right? Understand the time efficiency on this play, right? 24 seconds on the shot clock, right? Boom, ball gets inbounded. All right, throw the ball up. And just notice how long it's going to take them to do what they need to, right? Boom, to Burks, back to Burks, to Killian Hayes. Players are still getting to their spots, right? And now, the action finally begins to run with 13 seconds on the shot clock. You wasted 11 seconds bringing the ball up the floor and players getting to spots, right? And so now at this point, even when this screen occurs, it's not until 11 seconds to where you're getting in a position to attack, right? And not just that, you take the first look that there is. And this first look, Killian Hayes, is a brick. Like, the ball didn't even touch the paint. The ball didn't get to one other side of the floor. It did nothing. This is why offense is bad. This was a rough third quarter, right? Now notice this possession as well. Look, this is bad. Notice this possession, right? Notice the clock once again. Notice how long it's taking them, right? When does the action finally start? When is the action's about to start? Oh my gosh. Like, you realize how long that is? Pause, bro. Look, they bringing the ball up the floor. Started at 24, of course, but just notice the action. How long it's taking them to start this action, right? When do they start this action? Keep watching the clock. 15 on the clock, right? And so now at this point in time, Bogdanovic catches. You have yet to even run anything that's going to put pressure on the defense, right? And now you do with about 12 left, right? Now you're kind of attacking. All right, boom, let's see what we got. First pass within the set, Ghost delivers, right? No ball swings, no real paint touches, straight delivers with the big. And now he's like, all right, let me cook, right? Let me cook. Let me cook. And you cooked goddamn noodles and you left the motherfucking stove on for way too long. And at that, you put the stove on high. You burnt the fucking noodles. You burnt the kitchen. And now KP comes down the lane. Boom. Up and under. Lay. I ain't gonna lie. We need a KP breakdown. I got some shit. I got some concepts about Kristaps Porzingis that I need to really break down. I ain't gonna lie. I got some shit. Another terrible possession. But I need y'all to understand this. This shit is sad. This game got hard to watch because like some of the shit that was going on. It's like, yo, like what the fuck? Like, it was just like, come on, man. Look, they milked the clock down, right? They milked the clock. But you milked this motherfucker a little too much, boy. Ain't no more fucking milk left in them. Hold on. But 5 seconds left, right? You run this action. And now, at this point in time, you're doubled. And now you got 3 seconds. You got 3 seconds, right? Why is this action getting run so late? When it's opportunities to say, all right, let's milk the clock, right? When it's opportunities, it's like, all right, let's milk the clock. Usually, let's wait till this clip start back up again right quick, right? Usually when you milk the clock, the screen's already coming up now. So where if you have 9 seconds or 7 seconds and you're going off the screen, you have 7 dribbles or passes to be made because a dribble takes about a second, pass takes about a second. So now you could really get into an offense to get the ball moving and find a good look, right? But now by waiting until 7, 6, 5 to now begin to go is just a dumb thing to do. I don't know who kind of was threw this all off or somebody wasn't alerted, but look at the waste of a possession at the end of a quarter, right? Because really how you end the quarter is how you're going to start the next one. You know what I'm saying? You at least got to try to end it off on a good note. And now through that pass to Alec Burks, Wade should have shot that. And now right here on this backside too. On his backside. The funny thing about this is that this is a Spain pick and roll, right? And so now you got Burks guarding Pritchard, Duran with the big, right? Duran's getting screened. And now what ends up happening is Livers is out of position. And now since Duran was out of position, Burks decided to help Duran's man and now left the ball wide open for a layup, right? It just seemed as if throughout this game as well, this action itself, they didn't really know how to guard it, right? They were confused the whole time. And hold on, I just peeped what Cade said. Oh, I see. Hold on, I just peeped, right? I just peeped. Look, because understand what's going on. Pritchard with the back screen, right? Burks guarding Pritchard. Now his back screen on Duran, someone's going to have to plug in on this. Now Burks has to plug in, right? But in reality, that shouldn't be Burks' plug in. He should have taken the ball. And Cade should have been the one to plug in on the roll because he's on the weak side. And now he's like, damn, my bad. Duran was yelling at Burks saying, oh, Burks, you got to step over, take away the ball. What's going on? But that should have been on Cade, and Cade pushed Burks over. And then you force that skip pass to then get to Drew Holiday. At least Cade's realizing it. Now it just comes down to effort. And I said this last stream, but if your defense don't got effort, good luck winning games. And that shit is just bad. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna need a decent. It's gonna be a good little cleanse after this game. Like after this stream, I need to detox my brain for seeing all this shit right here. I needed a cool little detox, right? Look, you got what's his name? Queta. What's his name? Queta. That's his name. Queta. I believe. Look, peep. So wide at the top, right? Calls for a ball screen. Queta comes up, but Duran now was guarding him, but Bogdanovic switched onto Queta, right? Because now once they go and set that screen, you want to be able to make a switch, right? Instead of them attacking a drop. But at this point in time, once Bogdanovic goes, Duran continues to go. Instead of taking what Bogdanovic had, right? And rotating that and switching that off the ball. And now Bogdanovich's heat is like, what the fuck is you doing? Use your brain, you idiot. He want out, bro. Get Bogdanovich out of there, bro. He mad as shit. Oh my gosh. This shit is just bad. And now right there. Rotations. Look. Ball screen, boom, drop coverage, right? This is what they're trying to avoid last time. But now, you can't avoid it anymore. You're in it. And now, who's plugging on this role? Should be Livers. Where's Livers at? Nowhere to be found. Now you just leave an open lob. Cade pointing down, Burks pointing down. Now you can even see it from another angle. They all just saying, what the fuck is you doing? Everybody missing rotations. Weak side, don't matter. Everybody is. And he's just standing there like, oh shit. It's tough. And now right here. You seen that shit? What the fuck? That's good. This shit's funny, bro. This shit's funny. Hold on. People's about to happen. He pushes Derek White, bro. And he still gets blocked. That's sad. I ain't gonna lie. That's sad. Now, that's just sad, bro. Because ain't no goddamn way you do this, right? Look, stiff arm, boom. Who is you, Adrian Peterson? Fuck no, right? You would think he would be able to go and get this bucket after literally just pushing him. And this is a no call, right? But guess what happens, right? He still ends up getting blocked, bro. If you gonna foul on the low, at least foul to the ways to which you can still be able to get that bucket. Don't allow somebody to come back on your shit like that, bro. Because come on, bro. Now he get his shit sent. Derek White has been getting stupid blocks, though. Ivy, this is where it gets tough. Now, if you look at the game in its entirety, Ivy did have some clutch buckets that I'm going to show later. But when you just look at a team, right, when you have somebody else operating at the top, they trying to get into the paint and make some plays. And now you just have a whole other help defender who just does not care for this player that's out on the perimeter because they'll live, you know what I'm saying? They'll let them take that shot, and they saying we'll live every single time. That's a tough thing to be able to do. Tough way to operate an offense. And now Bogdanovich, though, right? Remember what I said before. If they trade Bogdanovich, this team is just going to be way worse because he's the only person that can actually consistently make shots, right? And so that's why the value is so high, because if they trade him, then they're probably going to lose about 50 straight. They probably won't be able to break the streak, right? But now what Detroit does need, though, in time with Cade is someone who could be able to do something like that, right? Be able to just create for their own, specifically at all levels, right? Multiple ways to attack, alleviate that pressure, and not just be a role player who's just next to Cade, and Cade has to do everything. And now right here too, another one of these like Spain pick and rolls, right? And the funny thing about this play too, right, is that kind of like last time, there's a bit of a miscommunication, maybe misunderstanding in a sense. They could have guarded this better. Maybe if you had Ivy, boom, here, X rotate this and just stay on Drew Holiday, right? But that requires communication and that requires understanding, you know. But obviously they didn't. But the only reason the foul even occurred, right? You can see it better on this next clip. Look, Pete. The only reason this foul occurred is that not only is there a misunderstanding as to how they need to guard this action, but Ivy, boom, steps on Cade's foot. And now stepping on Cade's foot, you trip up Derek White. He gets it up. Boom, and one. All stemmed off from miscommunication. But like I said, though, Ivy was hitting shots. And I ain't gonna lie, if Ivy wants to stay on this squad, he gonna need that jumper, bro. That 30% shot, 30% shooting clip from three is not gonna budge, bro. It's not gonna budge, right? I think he's about 31% right now. He has some shots this game, but this game doesn't mean every game. So he gonna need that jumper. Had no spatial awareness on defense. They just it's like they don't have a defense. It's like they don't have a defense. Look, even look at their team. There's really no defensive enforcer. You have someone like Isaiah Stewart who may be like an intimidator, be a hustler, but like he's not no lockdown defender or anything like that, or someone who's gonna lead the defensive side, right? And now understand this. This is the worst part about it, right? This is the worst part about the defense is that you as a team, the players who follow the leader are gonna follow the leader usually on both sides, right? And so when you got Cade in a situation like this, and you see him do this a lot throughout a game, where he's just watching, he's just staring, he's not putting in any effort, even though he's putting up numbers on the other side, putting in energy, it's all getting defeated and evened out because you're giving up other shit on the other side. That takes a small amount of effort. That's the thing about it, right? It's a small amount of effort that it takes for you to overcome those type of plays, but he doesn't put in that effort, right? And now once again, this is just another like, oh damn, it's an easy bucket. This is way too easy, right? Porzingis, right? Shot, boom, offensive rebound, right? Like I said, they don't box out. You know what I'm saying? They ain't boxing out. And now off offensive rebounds, all teams struggle with this, matching up, right? But you just got to understand where bodies are. That spatial awareness, kind of like you were saying, right? That court awareness. And now Porzingis, pump fake, Cade just standing in the middle of the lane. Derek White literally just standing under here, boom, too easy, right? They're so close. They thought they was about to have that dub. They was up 21 at half. But it doesn't matter. Boston came right back and took that game. So we about to get into Moon versus JLew. You got to get into Moon versus JLew. There's a lot of like one-on-one gems. This is the first time in a while I done really watched a one-on-one. You know what I'm saying? This is the first time in a while. And this is probably going to be slowed down too, because it'd just be too quick for me to point out the type of shit I be wanting to say. So peep this right quick. From start to finish, all of it gonna be slowed down a little bit, of course. Right, but them jabs was vital. Them jabs are key. Them jabs were key. That was something that's to which you got to kind of pick up on early, so you can be able to pick up habits. You know what I'm saying? Similar to that of a game, right? And by Moon starting out with this jab, right, and the way JLew is now guarding this, that shows he's guarding the foot and not really so much the ball, right? But most importantly, now on the sides up, right? And that part was just something to note. He's going right, and now JLew's cross contesting with that right hand, boom, foul, right? Understand what this is gonna do to JLew's psychology going down to his next play, right? If he goes right again and shoots that same shot, I'm not gonna really want to give a hand, right? And so now that looks really gonna be clean, because even if you do lift right, what's gonna happen is something similar to this first play, right? Where you got this right foot in front, right? With the right foot in front is gonna be that right hand contest, cross contest. And now he's going to be careful on the jump. He's going to be careful with the hand on this next one. But instead, what ends up happening is that Moon now goes to his left. Whereas if he went with that right side, it would have been a much cleaner look than this. Because now he's actually able to get to that release point and alter that shot a little better. So, got to kind of play one-on-ones and layers. Almost like 5-on-5s, but it's just a different style of game. Once again with that jab, that's something you just gotta know. Right? That's something you gotta know. And I'm also have another counter for this, something you can just kind of pick up, so then you can be able to properly use the jab, right? So, kind of just understand, right? He's just so worried about him going right, So he's jumping out on just taking away that right side. So boom, he gets up to that shot. That's a good shot though. But how are you gonna be able to play in layers once you do knock down that shot? That's the key, because he's going to hit that shot, right? And now, boom, right there. That's just an overcommitment on that same jab, right? So now, how could you take advantage of that, right? This is what ends up happening, but understand how you could kind of take advantage of that. And a player who came to mind, it's crazy, hit front rim. That shit went in, been pissed. But a player who came to mind, Pete. A player who came to mind in this situation was Kyrie, right? I was watching, when y'all had told me to watch that Kyrie Sam's triple threat video, I was just noticing Kyrie's jabs and how paced he uses the jab, right? And so if Moon if Moon goes back, right? If Moon decides to say, all right, I want to improve my jab, and he goes and picks up on how Kyrie uses his jab, like just go back and watch how Kyrie uses his jabs oftentimes and how he gets low and he paces the way the ball is, the speed of the ball and the speed of the step, to where once the step is being taken, it's at such a good pace that he's making reads as that foot is continuing to step. It's not like he's jabbing with some sort of intent. He's jabbing and making reads, whether if I want to go and rip or I want to jab and go, right? And so if you drop that pace on this, you could turn that into a jab and go, right? As soon as you see him jump out, get that foot planted, shift, boom. Just watch Kyrie, right? Really watch Kyrie. Watch that triple threat video. You're going to see him use that a shit ton, right? And it is really a hack. And I really got to add it myself because I was thinking about it. Like, not a lot of players know how to even make a read on a jab because they're only taught to use a jab at one speed, right? And using that jab at one speed, that kind of just condenses you when you just first learn it. But you can manipulate the speeds and paces of a lot of shit you do in basketball to ultimately be a deceptive player. He don't sell the jab well. I mean, he didn't need to because he was already biting. That's the thing. That's the thing, right? Like I said to start, like how he's reading the jab, like he don't need to do no like Carmelo jab or nothing like that because he's already biting on the way he's using it, right? It's just about your ability to read and take advantage of how the defender's reacting because you don't need to do too much if he's already selling, right? If he's already bit on the move, you just need to figure out how you need to counter it according to how they bite on the move. Like it's going to be various ways you got to use one move to different players. So good for attacking closeouts too. What the jab? Honestly, if you're saying the Kyrie jab I was just talking about, I don't think that would be good to use on closeouts because the pace of it is just super slow. But that shit, you really watch that shit, like it's like Kyrie be all the way down low with the ball on that jab, and he's just sitting there waiting. Like he's just the speed and the ability to leverage pace when he gets into that jab is top tier. It's top tier. There's something right here I peeped with JLew. Something so subtle. I don't think anybody ever peeped this. This is the first time y'all about to hear this. This is the first time y'all about to hear this. This is something. So first time y'all about to hear this, right? And so the only way you could be able to pick up on a skill like this is actually by playing. If y'all don't think I hoop, this is how I understand these skills, right? And so watch JLew's right foot. You saw how he planted from heel and then moved to toe and then got up into that shot. And then he missed that shot short. He's killing his own momentum, right? Understand, right? Understand your Achilles and your leg in itself, right? Your tendons, right? Think of it as like a rubber band, right? If you have a rubber band and you pull it and you hold it back like this, it's loaded. And the second you let it go, it's going to go extremely far, right? But if you decide to go like this and let it go, it's not going to go as far. That's why it's just think of it like that for your body and its anatomy, right? And so if you already plant and you're loaded, right, you stay on the ball of your foot. The second that you want to get up into that shot, it's already spring ready to go. And so by planting on that heel, you're killing the momentum that you have to be able to take yourself up, right? So now once you get up, it's just going to be a little short. You're not going to have that same momentum. And if you do want to compensate for that, you may have to do that in your upper body, but you kind of have to train yourself for it. Or you have to do it innately, but it's not necessarily something that's innate for a lot of players to do, right? So you get that foot, right? And this is a habit of his, right? This is not just once, but this is a habit where he rolls this heel, right? If he gets that foot, that ball of his foot right there planted on that step in, he's getting more momentum into that shot. I don't think the wide base is a problem. I don't really think the wide base is too big of a problem because you see a lot of players. I mean, I've seen players with wide bases often. And so it's just about the base only brings balance. If that's how he best feels balance when he goes up, then that's kind of his base. But you know what I'm saying? Like I kind of like to think of it as like there's like little testing things you can do. I'll usually do. So like if I like kind of nudge somebody in their base of their shooting base and they don't have balance to keep themselves stable, then if they get off balance, then all right, you need to kind of expand that base. But if it's not, then that base is solid. So this depends on the player. Now once again, Same thing, man. Same thing. I'm telling you. Hey, if you go back and watch Kyrie's jabs, dog. Right? How when he does his, it's just paced the whole way through. And then what he does is that he gets so slow that he will be at this point, and since he's going slow, and if he sees you already jumping out, like you can see with JLew's foot right here, he'll just jab that and get by. He'll just jab that and get by because you've already bit going that direction, and I'm going the other way. And so you'll have to reestablish your base and beat me, right? So at this point in time, he's stepping up into his line going right, which now is leaving that left all the way open. Right, but now he's just getting through that hip, and he ends up getting a look that's somewhat clean, but that lane going left would have been much cleaner. When I go back to school, you go back on the 2nd. I don't go back to like the 9th or some shit like that. Maybe like my first day of classes, maybe like the 13th. They do y'all dirty. They said fuck y'all break. But look, peep this though. I fuck with this move right here by JLew. A lot of shit's not intentional, but understand how these looks get open. You know what I'm saying? Understand how they're open. So peep, right? JLew, right? Walks him down. Now he's getting to his own range, right? This is getting to his sweet spots. And notice Moon's base, left foot in front, right? In and out, gets more out to his left. But boom, drops on this tween. And he also drops Moon's base. Most importantly, what that drop in that base is going to do, shifting that left foot being in front to that right foot now, is going to give him a right hand contest on a right-handed shooter. And now how he's going to contest? In the face. But the way you want to contest a shot is at the release point, right? And the best contest for a right-handed shooter is a left hand. But he can't bring that left hand all the way over and actually get a hand up in time because he made him flip that base. And now at this point in time, boom, that's a bucket. Boom, right there. That's tough. Like I said too, though. You said I'm homeschooled. Hey, he's still gonna go back at some point in time, nigga. You still got some shit to get back to. But hold on, peep this though, right? Remember what I said though. Remember what I literally just said. Look, he has the left hand out now, right? This should be a better contest. But since now he's trying to contest directly in the middle of his body at the face, he's now going to have to put his hand here and then go bring his body to the side. But in doing so, you have a forearm, right? And you have the rest of your arm to where now you're running into his body, right? But if you go for that release point, that's what's really going to bother a shooter. Because if you could make a player uncomfortable here before they release that ball, that's how you're actually going to get them to possibly miss the shot, right? That's your best chance, not the face stuff, because what's going on up here is muscle memory. But if you decide to get conscious of it just a little bit, right? And you're like, this feels uncomfortable. We all know that feeling. When you know a hand is there and it begins to feel uncomfortable, right? You know that feeling. So if you put a player in that position and get that hand to that release point, that's the best thing you could do. And now right there, peep that. Peep that foot. Peep that foot. I'm telling you, ain't no coincidence. It ain't no coincidence, right? This is now, instead of being off the triple threat, off the dribble, right? And so now, him making all these moves off the dribble, regular, like all on the balls of his feet, being twitchy, his foot gets planted on the ball of his foot, right? Instead of rolling through that heel. So now he has more momentum getting up. Like I said, it's like a rubber band. You bring that rubber band back, as soon as you want it to go, that shit's going to go, and it's just going to go far, right? But if you kind of roll it like he did before on the triple threat shots, you'll kill momentum. Once again, I'm trying to tell y'all, it's a habit. It's a habit. It's a habit. It's a habit. Now he's getting back into his triple threat, right? Peep. Peep. Flat foot. Flat foot. Now he gets up. It's not no just coincidence, bro. What are we watching after this 1v1? I'm probably gonna slide out after this 1v1. I don't got anything else. Right? But peep though, right? Like I said, notice this foot. Notice the foot. Notice the foot. He gets it flat. And now once he gets it flat, he's trying to get it up. But if he had it loaded the whole time, this should be ready to go. And now it's a miss. Just throws off your momentum, throws off your fluidity. That little detail right there, I promise it'll change everything. It'll change that level of consistency on those shots. Remember, like I said, that jab, he gonna have the shot. He gonna have the shot, right? Because it's even, understand this, right? Hand down, man down. We always say that, right? But give him the jab, right? Now he's thinking about the jab and him getting right. But now, boom, he gets right back up into his shot. Just basic, nothing crazy. Kept it basic, right? But now how do you play in layers? And that's really where that pace jab, like that Kyrie style of jab, will come in. I want y'all to understand angles on this. Angles on this was tough. I want y'all to peep the angles, right? JLew could have guarded this much better, right? Because on this lateral skip, notice how much of a lane that Moon has, right? Notice the lane that he has, and notice how JLew moved according to that shift, right? Notice how he moves, right? So boom, shift occurs. He's just now taking away the right side of the floor essentially, instead of trying to take away that right hand, right? Instead of taking away the right hand, he's taking away the right side. So what this is gonna now do is give Moon a whole lane just to get that shoulder straight, boom, right there, exactly where he wants to, right? But whereas on a shift like this, I would have loved to see JLew maintain the same positioning, right? And shift with that right shoulder, because he got this shit so far out that his angle and as to how much he's able to get and how deep he's going to be able to get, according to JLew's recovery angle, which is now going to be, if you draw a line all the way down here, according to his foot, which is where it's going to be, right? Boom, down here. Now he's jumping out of position. You know what I'm saying? The angles is vital. And that's where a lot of players struggle as well, is being able to force a player one way and maintain that same angle through shifts. This one's tough. This is tough. This is tough. This is tough. Right? You all know why this shit is so difficult to guard, bro? Hold on. Right? Understand. This shit might be the toughest shit to guard because look, all them damn stutter steps, all that twitchiness has now, as a defender, made you a little twitchy. And it's now just got you out of sorts, because at that point, he can do anything he wants, right? Look, peep this, right? Understand. Look, with all these damn twitches, you don't know what the hell he gonna do. He could tween, options are endless. Like, I don't even fucking know. I can't even list them all, right? Endless options. So as a defender, just being in this situation, it's like, I don't know where the fuck he gonna go, right? But he gonna go somewhere. And as he's building up momentum with these twitches, I'm now just waiting as a defender for him to make a move. And by that time, he's too quick. He gone. He out of there. That lateral balance is go-to. Yeah, I peeped that. He can also step tween from that. I peeped that because I watched some games before. I've watched games before, so I've seen him use that shit a shit ton. But also peep this too, right? I like this though. I haven't watched the next chapter one-on-one in a while, but I like that they added that in, like fouls. You gotta really guard honest. You can't play no street ball like hand checking and all this other stuff. Nah, you gotta guard honest, right? And so now they end up getting free throws off it as well, if it's in the act of shooting, I believe, some shit along those lines. But notice, remember what I said at the start. I picked this stuff up as I watched the video. I'd even like go back and have to connect the dots. I already have the shit connected from the start. I already have the ideas, right? And so just understand, right? Remember that first play of the game. Like I said, he went lateral right, so next time he's going to go this way, JLew's going to be scared to really give him a hand, right? So what's going to happen? Skip out to his right. Now he just pulls that hand back. He pulls that hand back. He don't really want to go up there, right? As long as he got the speed on the shot like Moon does, and he got this amount of goddamn elevation, it's ridiculous. Boom, like that shot's gonna be clean oftentimes. And then now you can counter off that one going right instead of using that one going to the left, because he's already scared of that cross arm contest. He's scared of that shit already. And on top of that, you can have counters on this, right? Because understand the base. You have now brought that right foot forward. So now if you want to be able to get a drive as well, you could get that. Because once he sees you go right, he might overcommit, boom, change direction. Because his whole game plan as a defender was to take away the right. Right? So once he sees that right, overcommit or make hit one of them spins, you want to get down low, right? Going to this right side is something as to which he could have really spammed and just layered, which is also key when playing one-on-ones. It's similar to playing playing in 5-on-5s, right? If you're running the action, right, you layer the action. If you're running the ones, you find the disadvantage and you layer that disadvantage. The key though is to have the counters. That move was something subtle but stupid tough. Something subtle but tough, right? Peep JLew right foot. Peep his right foot. Might have been a travel, I don't know. But peep his right foot right now, right? Cross step. He's already eaten ground while his defender stayed in the same spot. Moon has not moved. And so at this point, he's using his left leg as a trigger, right, to produce that force and take him forward instead of using he's using his left leg. I thought I had it messed up for a second, right? He's using his left leg to produce force, and instead of his right leg being the one to produce force, which would now be behind him or to the side of him. So now once he goes, he's already covered ground, and now Moon's already out of position. That little bit of distance he took in that cross step got him that angle right there, and now Moon can't block that. Highlight of the game. I don't even want to talk about the tweening in itself. I want to talk about the concept of actually want to use that move at that point in time, right? Because this is where shit differs, right? Nasty, that shit was tough, disgusting, right? So look, a lot of players would go and do this right here, rip through, and when they don't have something, or once they make that rip through, they'll just try to overcommit and try to get as deep as they can and just make the strongest drive possible, right? But JLew, boom, gets to a stop. And now right here, we back squared, right? Now let's tango. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what you work with. And now this tween is also vital because the pace on that tween set up that cross. And now it makes him bite after he got his gear going from that first rip through, right? Instead of trying to take it all the way to the rack and force something that's not there, he created something by just simply being relaxed and bringing that ball back out. Relax, boom, bop, tough. He was out of there. Out of there. He top guarded him on that shit. I don't know why he top guarded him. He really don't want him to get right. His habits are so much. Oh, I don't want him to get right so much. Also, I want y'all to notice his movement right here too. There's another play I want to connect to this. Right? Look. Pete Moon, right? Moon's gonna hit this little cross step, boom, and then get out to his left, right? But now watch JLew's movement, right? Notice JLew's movement. And remember this play, right? He hits this, JLew stays firm, right? He doesn't jump out with this, right? And now he's able to go, boom. Really was in good position, but he bit on that last move right there. Left him that layup, right? Remember this play. You know what they say? Hand down, man down. Hand down, man down. Hand down, man down. Be a tough thing to do. When you got somebody who can shoot from the top of the key with a quick release, it's going to be tough to guard, bro. It's going to be tough. And this right here is where fatigue gets kicking in, right? This point right here, 19-17, JLew was on a streak. You see a shot go up like this, missed us about a foot and a half short. You know someone getting tired, and that's why I feel a lot of these 1v1s, it be JLew beating himself, right? It's the stamina that really be killing him. That's the thing. And so now even right there, like I said with that jab, right? Understand two things. If Moon, of course, used that pace jab, one, but two, understand JLew's defensive discipline to his game plan has now begun to change, right? So where if you had that pace jab, you wouldn't just throw a jab out anticipating him jumping out on that. And now since he's tired, he's not really going for these, right? You don't really want to move like that. So if that jab was paced, you'll realize as that foot got closer to the ground, oh shit, he not biting. Rip through to my right. I got my right. But now he ends up premeditating that jab. Now he ends up getting down low, tries to get that float, misses that one. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's important to layer moves and add different styles of the same move to your bag. You know what I'm saying? At different points of time, it's going to call upon different tactics for you to be able to get the type of shit that you want to get, which is really just a bucket. Do I need to say it? 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 Again. Flat foot. Kill the momentum. Now you're rolling up from your heel. Killing that force. Now you're going to go up. It don't feel smooth. You don't got that same power. You don't got that same spring. Get straight to the ball of your foot. Watch Kobe. Watch Kawhi. Watch those triple threat players and how that foot steps in every single time. You don't really see it roll. If anything, maybe the pivot foot, but that foot that's stepping in, always sharp. This is that, like I was saying before, counters and layers to the same shit. Counters and layers to it, right? So like I said, he really should have spammed this sides up going to the right side. Of course, now he's going back to his same game plan, right? Hand up, right hand up, the right foot forward. But that's all produced from that jab too, right? Understand where he started. Look at where JLew started as a defender. He squared, right? No foot in front. Jab occurs, right? Now, since the jab occurred, he hit that last one where he jab, boom, shot. Now he said, now after that jab, he wants to get a hand up, make sure that he doesn't have to contest late with the cross hand, right? So now, boom. Now at this point, you already established the front foot. Now lateral skip. Now this perfectly set up this cross because he doesn't want him going right. So boom, he jumps out to that cross going to his right. And now being in recovery mode, jumps out on that bad contest, foul. Again. Pete. Hand down, man down. Hand down, man down. Especially with someone like Moon who could shoot the shot that quick. You gotta make sure you get a hand. And it really would have been to JLew's benefit, honestly, as a defender, to establish that left foot forward, left hand as a contest, of course, and push him to his left side, so that he could get a better hand up on those shots. He could still be able to take away that right, and he could encourage that left side more because it's not like he has to jump out on jabs, right? He has now Moon, instead of having to use that jab, he may have to cross step, may have to trigger step, right? And then on those cross steps and stuff, you could be able to even read that in time. So extremely underrated. I be telling y'all got to learn catch and shoot, then y'all got to learn triple threat before you learn shooting off the dribble and shit. I be telling y'all. Also, coaches don't teach it. That's the thing. You gotta find someone gonna teach you that shit. And remember that play I told y'all to remember? I had to teach myself the triple threat. I ain't gonna lie to you. I had to teach myself. I taught myself most of the skills I know, but the triple threat was one of the ones where I really had to sit down, study, and learn. Like I was watching Kobe, I was watching Kawhi, I was watching Jordan, even like those are the three players I mainly watched from the triple threat, because they all used it accordingly for their time. And Kawhi kept it extremely basic. So I was like, yo, how is he getting to this shit? And I was just like, boom, shot. Of course I can't use it the same exact way he does, but that's why I learned a lot of shit from it. So peep this play though. Remember that last play I told you I remember. Now peep this one, right? Look. Watch the move by Moon, cross step, boom. Now he gets back. Understand JLew's movement on this one though, right? Look, understand the movement on this. Why this one really worked, right? Because now he cross steps, JLew hops back, right? Now he takes that right step, flips his base, JLew hops forward. And now at this point in time, Moon's only giving himself more momentum to get downhill, while JLew has to reestablish himself and beat him to a spot. Which now at that point, he can't beat him. He already got that lane. And now right here with JLew once again. His game, honestly, you could. The thing is, like when it comes down to when it comes down to fatigue and stamina, you could point to, are you taking care of your body? Is your nutrition right? Are you eating the right foods and shit like that? Are you working out? Are you doing conditioning shit, right? Or it could just simply be how you just play the game. You overexert yourself. And so in JLew's case, right, of course he's shifty and everything like that, but these moves, they take energy, right? They eat away at you in the game going to 30. You know what I'm saying? You playing for a good little minute, you now have to really break a sweat as well because they're sitting prior to this. So now that fatigue kicks in a little different. And so even in JLew's case, could he even condense his game to even more to where he just doesn't have to exert so much? And by the time that last quarter of the game comes, right, maybe in the last half of the game, he's not fatigued and his moves are still sharp. Right, and you can even see this now in these free throws, right? Boom, he gets the free throw. Shot. Should be an easy one. Misses him. Fatigue kicking in. And now once again, little plays like this also signify a player is tired. Just little sloppy moves. Little sloppy moves. It happens to the best of us though. But like I said, can you condense the game or is it the routine? You know what I'm saying? Jab, I'm telling you, it would have done wonders. It would have done wonders, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Hey, if you had me here and I was a coach in that motherfucker, I'm telling you, bro. I'm like, use this jab. Like, wait on when you get on this jab. Don't jab quick. Wait till that shit get low. Then make a read at the last second. Right? That same shit Kyrie be doing. Because if you did that here once again, he realized, oh shit, he not biting. And by the time your foot is this far from the ground, right, the ball is now going to also catch up on its rip through. Boom, you're gone. Because you're already covering ground with that step, right? But now he's premeditating that jab. Now JLew's able to read that. So it's making it easier for him to guard. This move is tough. I also want y'all to understand movement on a play like this. Understand movement. I don't know if should I use this one? Let me use this ankle, right? This move. Understand movement on this play, right? So look, Moon's gonna get into the shift, right? And at this point in time, watch Moon's feet, 1-2. But now watch JLew's feet in comparison, right? You just saw Moon 1-2. Now you see JLew hop. This is the biggest difference, right? Because in the sport of basketball, it's a game that's unilateral, right? So anytime you're bilateral, when you get to a hop and you establish a base with 2 feet, you now have to reestablish yourself to now get unilateral move in steps so you could sprint. But now Moon in this case already has a foot off the ground. He's already taken his steps. JLew now has to reestablish his balance so that he could be able to go and take steps. So Moon has already taken a step and has got that first step. And now he gets to that lane, gets that lay. Basketball is a game of movement. Y'all got to understand, bro. Peep this once again. He's taking the steps. He's already hopped. He's done. He's done. That's why that size up in itself as well is so tough to guard. Because as a defender, you got to also build the habit of not hopping, right? Of moving in steps and what moves to sit on and what moves not to go for, or what moves to even go for essentially if they are using it. That's tough. Hold on, peep something. Hold on, I think I low-key forgot what you gonna peep. But notice the ground he covered too. On that same jab. Same jab. Hold on though. Look. Foot still here. You said Moz believe this link. Where Moz? Hold on. There's a link. I don't see nothing. You need to see game different. You need to see game different. I mean, hey, bro, it take a lot of energy and effort. I don't see no link though. I don't see no link. The only link that should usually be in there is the Discord link, but I don't see shit. And I ain't see shit pop up like out the corner of my eye either. But look. This movement stuff, this is low-key something I'm just starting to learn though. Like I just got hip to this, like for real. I don't got no commands. Hold on. I may even try to get the commands up this week. Hold on. Or yeah, this weekend or so. Or no, boom, not there. Discord. Go join the Discord. Go join the Discord. Go join Discord, man. Go join that Discord. But boom, we about to hit 300 people in the Discord, by the way. But look. hold on. Let me break this play down right quick, Jason. But look, on this jab, that foot stays there. He's already eaten ground, right? The pace jab I was talking about will give him more momentum, right? But in this situation, that foot's already down. So now he's just ripping through and using that ball for momentum. That foot's already there. So now he's able to get a good angle going right. Now, boom, drop step, fade. Moon be hitting crazy tough shots. Now it's another one of the motherfucking tough shots. It doesn't show. If you were to restart learning basketball completely, what would be the first thing you do with your current knowledge level? So basically, I couldn't be able to restart basketball, or at least I couldn't restart learning basketball and ask myself, what do I need to learn? Because you told me I have no knowledge. So, but what I would tell someone to do first starting learning basketball is like any other skill, right? Like any other craft. Start basic. You got to start basic. You just got to start with one thing and really start with something that interests you, and kind of turn it into something that you're not seeking any capital for, right? You're not trying to do it for money. You're doing it out of your pure interest, and that's where you got to really start when it comes down to this. So that's how I started. Like, I just learning how to shoot. I was like, damn, how do I figure out how to shoot? Then boom, figured out how to shoot. Then in time, all right, how do I learn how to? Let me turn this down. You break that question up, ain't no problem. But look, after I learned how to shoot in time, I was like, all right, how do I learn how to dribble? Then I taught myself how to dribble, how to move. Taught myself ball handling movement. Then I was like, all right, I want to learn how to jump, right? Then I taught myself how to jump just off my pure interest. I have not yet to put capital really behind any of those things as to which I've done, aside from the things I tell y'all in this video. But if we're talking about like real packages and programs, I'm not just saying, oh, let me learn how to do this so I can make some money. I'm doing this out of literally my pure interest, one. And then two, ultimately, that would only be for y'all to be able to get better, right? I'm not doing it, oh, I need to make a bunch of money so I can be like, of course, money is important to an extent, but that's not the root of my overall purpose and the reason for me doing a lot of shit. So do it out of interest. So then, like, once you do it out of interest, you'll dig yourself into a rabbit hole of now you're just operating in a flow at all times, right? You're not really putting any stress. You're not putting pressure on yourself to be able to, say, perform or go and do something. You're doing it just simply because you like to do it. And especially while you're young, take advantage of that. Because as you get older, there's more responsibilities. You got bills to pay. You got life, like living to worry about, really. So now you don't have that much time. So you want to send your league Dylan Harper recent full game. Send it in the Discord. Send it in the Discord. Send it in the Discord. But look though, I really do like this though. Even though it's 21-29, like, it's a foul, you got to play honest. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, a person like me, this shit will help like a motherfucker. Like a motherfucker, because the only way people will say they got to stop on me is hand checks and shit like that. But I ain't gonna play no pickup game and do a rip through swipe and call a foul. Like, it's just not in. I could do it, but it's just not in. I can't do it, bro. I just can't. Fuck that. Like the way as to which I came up just playing basketball and just the environments I played in. Like, I barely even call fouls. Like, I even forget to call fouls sometimes because I'm so used to defense calls fouls or just playing through it. So I've been struggling on what to so for creating play style since I never had a play style. I'll even say start shooting. Start with shooting, right? I feel as though shooting is something that there's layers to it, but in my knowledge and my learning of various skills, it's not as complex and detailed as movement and jumping, right? Those two require details to a level as to where you really got to study, and things that's hard to understand is ways how to pick up those skills. So I'll say start with shooting, but don't be textbook to it, right? It's gonna take a lot of research, of course, but it's also gonna take a lot of trial and error, right? For you to be able to understand what works, what doesn't work for you, and what works and doesn't work for other people. And so that's where a lot of people get messed up. They try to bleed those two together. They think, oh, what's gonna work for me is gonna work for everybody, or works for other people is gonna work for me. Like, it's really personalization when it comes down to shooting. So even though this person may have his hand this spot and then you have your hand on this other spot, or you follow through with your ring finger and this person does with their pinky finger, or their ring finger and you do it with your pointer finger, like, you can't try to condense and put a bunch of people in boxes when it comes down to shooting. So I'll say go into that with like a clear mind and not try to condense yourself to just one part. Yeah, shooting also opens up everything. That's probably the most important part of today's game. So that's another thing about it. And this part too. I'm telling you, I like this. Get your hands off, man. Get your hands off, bro. But also late game, like Moon was getting some good looks. Like I ain't gonna lie, 29-22. You get this look right here. Ah, damn. Gotta stop. You gotta stop. Tough. And now once again, the problem I have with this one though, I feel as though he slowed himself down. He slowed himself down. Like you could see it, cause you know Moon quick as shit. You know he quick. Even though like he's what 6'1", you can see like he has a tall frame, but he's quick. And now he ends up getting this step right here, right? And then I feel as though these 2 steps right here, he could have beat him to that right and been able to get a good look off, because he does have 1 foot bounce, right? So it's not saying I'm not saying he's gonna dunk it, but he's gonna be able to get up to a point where he has a good enough touch. But he was anticipating contact like all the other drives have been and try to Euro step and, you know what I'm saying, do something too much. And now kind of he just gives JLew one more chance. And now this right here by JLew. If JLew gets this shit down right here, this could be like one of his signature moves, right? Because it avoids what I was talking about before, that heel plant and then going up into a shot. And it goes with his rhythm as well, right? This right here, this little tap step back. It goes with his pace, it goes with his rhythm, and it makes sure that his base is solid as well, because it's all on your toes, right? You're on the ball of your feet the whole time. So now, boom, you're getting up into it. But to get a signature move like that, it's reps. Reps, dog. Reps. Like some of the shots as to which I tend to go to, like when, especially like say, a step back, right? I learned Luka's step back. I was doing drills from the paint, drills from inside the free throw line, like for days, and then I'll go take some steps back, and then once I'll go on the perimeter and even do the move. This is where a lot of y'all get fucked up when it comes to building up moves, right? Thanks, yo. No problem. But look, this is where a lot of people get messed up, especially shots off the dribble. Now, a lot of y'all probably won't use shots off the dribble really, but in time, like keep this in mind in time. This is probably not where you are, but in time, right? When you're learning how to do a shot off the dribble, don't try to rep it out and then do a whole ISO combo prior to going into that. For example, a step back, right? For example, what I did is that I would just start in a split stance from the 3-point line and the ranges as to which I may step back. And I would, boom, start on my right, step back, left, right, shot. I'll literally just be stationary like that, and I'll just be repping, boom, reps. Chasing my own rebounds, boom, reps. Like literally just over and over and over and over. And then what that also does at the same time is that once you decide to go and use that move, that the lead up, right, the setup into the move, you didn't condense yourself to one style of setup, right? You didn't condense yourself to it. So now once you say you do that stationary shit already, you already got the shot down packed in itself. Now it just comes down to once you get into that, like what do you need to be able to do to get to your spots, or what is your feel like in the situation? Because now you already got the finish. Now the lead up, you just got to make sure you're pacing under control, your base is in the right spots and everything like that. So like you're just working it in layers. So little things like that. Of course, I wish I could be able to elaborate on that better, but I'm gonna put that shit together in time and like make programs. Because I don't even know if I told y'all, I have like 10 programs, like basketball programs, like literally sitting in my documents. I kid you not, like 10 different ideas, and I know exactly how I'm gonna layer each one and different levels to each of them. I got like maybe 10 or 12 or some shit like that. So like, no, just when I graduate, there's gonna be a lot of basketball shit, a lot of things y'all could be able to use. So it's just literally sitting in my Google Docs. But peep this though, right? Peep this by JLew. Look, peep this pickup by JLew. Notice where his hands are placed. Right here, hands are both on the sides of the ball. Now he gets up, rotates underneath the ball. Now where's the shot gonna finish, right? It's not gonna be able to get to where it wants to go because all that movement has now caused him to shoot a shot to where there's just more room for error, right? Just understand, right? Once again, right? This shit gonna play. All right, boom. Let's play. Understand. Slow this down. Boom. Left hand on the side of the ball. Boom. Right hand also on the side of the ball. Gets it to the release point. Now rotates underneath. Sometimes that may be natural, but you want to be able to eliminate all that movement, because all that movement right there at that point in time is an efficiency of movement, and efficiency of movement or inefficiency of movement leads to more room for error, right? The more movement occurs in a pickup, all right, the more movement that there is, the more room there is for error. And now that's going to lead to inefficiency. And now that shot gets up and it's just way off, right? That's why learning pickups are so vital. You got to learn just the pickup in itself off of every single dribble move. That's also something else I'm going to get into later on. But that's some shit I'm going to put into like probably my Hezzy pull-up program or some shit like that. Like I'm going to have shit like that. Like it'll be like Luka Doncic, like a Luka oriented style, Shea or some sort of signature move. Like y'all gonna see though. And then now just knowing Moon, right? Of course, the ones that should be easy he don't make, but now he gets this one where loses the rock, has to find it, spin back, front rim, bouncing, bucket. Like, hey, bro, if you're gonna the tough bucket's the one you make is the one you make, bro. It is what it is, but that's that game for y'all. If y'all want more next chapter ones, let me know. You know what I'm saying? Let me know if there's also good games to watch. I don't know everybody would be hooping there, but I could tell you I could be able to pick up on it like this. So just keep me in tune, and y'all stay in tune. Make sure you got the notifications on. If you miss any part of the stream, the videos are going to be up this weekend. Make sure you follow on all platforms, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff. Also, merch coming very soon. How's the merch coming? I just got some samples, not samples, but I got them sent to get designed, and I have to make a couple of adjustments to my design, so that I don't got to pay extra for their stuff and whatnot. So it's coming very soon. So make sure that y'all sacrifice your present self, invest into your future self. And then also next stream gonna be on Wednesday, New Year's on Monday. It's my mom's birthday. I can't stream, but just make sure y'all stay tuned. So make sure you do what you need to do to be able to get to where you want to go. So discipline or regret.